Okay, so he's saying he is the voice of Dominican boxing. Oh, wow. He came with the three-piece suit. I love it. This is what I'm talking about. Hey, de lo mío. And la bandera. You're going to have to leave that because, yo, Danny was just saying how we about to watch Ryan Garcia versus Javier Fortuna in studio, and we don't even have a Dominican flag, and it's true, but ahí traíste una, ya.
Bro, what's up with the suit?
Bro, he's dressed to impress, man.
I see.
And listen, this is an audition. People are gonna see him here. They're gonna hear his voice and see how he performs behind the mic. My man looks the part. All he got to do now is perform. You look young, man. How are you again?
I'm doing well.
Talking to the mic.
Yo.
I need you to cut him in. Oh yes, you got it, Bo. Go for it, baby.
Yeah, man. They need to see how luxurious my hair is. They need to see how good this suit looks. Make sure.
Hold on a minute. Let Bo go cut your mic on. I'm sorry.
All right, no problem.
But Danny, what, the suit shocked you?
Yeah, I mean, I think first guest ever on our show with the suit.
Tap that. Let's see if we're good. There you go.
All right.
You're alive.
Yeah. Nah, I decided to come in the suit because I was like, one, I thought I was going to be the first YouTuber that came into the new studio.
You are.
But what he told me is that I'm the first guest to come in the new studio.
You are. I wasn't letting guests come in. Can we adjust this for him? Just so it's like, try to have it centered in the center.
All right,
So, you are the first guest that comes into the studio. Oh, shit. So we got this light on the wrong side. And that's why you're the first guest, because we wanted to.
I'm the guinea pig.
Exactly. We were not. We canceled all guests. Yes, you're gonna have to turn this one white. I'm sorry, Bo.
Nah, it's all good.
We canceled all guests this week, but I know you and I have been communicating, and I didn't want you to think I was a bullshit. So I'm like, fuck it. We'll just be careful with you. As you can see, there's boxes, cables everywhere. We're not 100% ready to go.
Bro. Don't worry about it,
Look,
man.
you see our fake soundproofing until our engineer comes back, our contractor comes back from Cali. So, you know, we're doing the
good,
best
man.
that we can.
You don't got to do none of that explaining shit, man. We good, man. You good with me, bro. Especially you Dominican, bro. You definitely good with me. You know I'm the voice of Dominican boxing. Ain't nobody out here putting in work. As far as any race, any country, any nationality, there's nobody who's interviewed more of one country than me, and I challenge you. I challenge you to go find another YouTuber that has interviewed somebody from one country. I've interviewed Javier Fortuna, Jonathan Guzman, former world champion. A lot of y'all claim y'all hardcores. Y'all don't know who's that. He was a former 122-pound champion. I interviewed Michelle Rivera, Carlos Adames, Hector Luis Garcia. I interviewed the Olympic coach of the Dominican national team. That's how much work I'm putting in. I interviewed Olympic gold medalist Herbert Conceição, who just won the gold medal in his last this past Olympics. So I'm really out here putting in work, man. And the suit is definitely matching the hard work I'm putting in.
Nah, there you go. There you go. Ooh, wee. Let's see.
Danny, you're supposed to pick up where I leave off. My man's like, yeah, there you go, there you go. You see,
he's like, hold on, all this Dominican talk. Ness, you say something.
I mean, I'm in the background trying to fucking tweak shit to get my man in the light, and Danny's like, there you go, there you go. We're gonna have to cut his. Yeah, you're good on this particular shot, but Bo, maybe you can adjust this camera slightly so that he's better positioned, because there's a lot of dead room towards Danny's side, as you can see. Thank you. We'll have to go with the 3-shot since the lighting, this fucking light, we need the clamp for the other white light.
This ain't going to be the last time I'm here. Don't worry about it.
No, I hope not, man. I hope not.
It's not.
How was your flight, man?
My flight got delayed, but it's all good, man. I came. I'm here, bro. I don't give a fuck about that flight. That shit's in the past. I'm not worried about the past. I'm worried about the future.
Where'd you travel from, New York?
New York City, yeah.
Born and raised?
Born and raised Brooklyn, New York. I grew up in Brooklyn, East New York, specifically City Line section. But I always lived close to the borderline of Queens. Mm-hmm. But I'm from Brooklyn. I lived at Queens at various times in my life, but I lived in Brooklyn until I was 13, moved to Queens when I was 14, moved back to Brooklyn, and lived there until I was 17. And now I'm back out.
So how old are you now?
I'm 32.
And you've been doing your YouTubing and just covering the sport for how long?
Well, that's actually an interesting question, because I actually had a YouTube channel like 12 years ago, right? A boxing YouTube channel. And I actually just found my old videos what was it, last week or something. So
on a hard drive or on the internet?
On the internet.
Okay.
I can't even have access to like take it down or do anything.
Oh, you lost the password.
Yeah. But so I had started a YouTube channel and I was having a lot of fun with it because that was around the time I really became a hardcore. Like around 2008, 2009 is when I really became a hardcore. Like before that, I was a casual. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, fuck it, I like boxing. I'm hearing people making money on YouTube and they becoming millionaires. So I started around that time. But I got really intimidated with the video editing. My quality, if you go back to those videos, are horrible. And I didn't have.
What were you using to record? What were some of the first generation cameras that Broadway Joel was using?
Bro, I was using a webcam. Okay. Like this. It was like this big. It was.
But was it at least quality. The Logitech or no?
Nah, it was. I don't know what the fuck it was. That shit was terrible. And like you see my living room in the background. Sometimes I wouldn't even clean up the mess in the back. Like it was really, really bad quality. Sometimes I'll be walking in the street. But now, so fast forward, I dropped that because I was a bit intimidated. I actually went to school for journalism, which is why my interviews, I feel a lot of people tell me like, whoa, like you got a lot out of that guy that I ain't think you would, most people got. It's because I actually went to school for this. I actually got a degree. I got a bachelor's degree in media studies. So, I learned how to edit. I learned how to, do all this, do all that. And then, when I graduated, I saw how much journalists were getting paid. I'm like, yo, come on, man. I love the sport. I love writing and stuff like that. But I can't, this is not what I want to do for a living. If this is what I'm getting paid. So I stopped doing it. And somewhere down the line, I was like, you know what? Let me just start a YouTube channel. So I started a YouTube channel where I was interviewing people in the street in Harlem. It was called the Broadway line. So I started off on 155th and Broadway in Harlem, and I was interviewing people on each corner, asking different random questions. It was fun at first. Started getting a little dangerous. At times, you in Harlem. That's not my neighborhood. I'm from Brooklyn, and then I'm in the corner, and also it was cold sometimes. It was rainy. It was hot sometimes. So I stopped doing it because I stopped having fun. And then I just let it go. And then my girl was like, yo, don't you like boxing? I was like, yo, I had a boxing YouTube page. But she was like, yeah, but now you know how to do with the cameras. Now you know how to do with the editing. So I started it back up. And, man, it's been a really, really fun journey.
I would say I bet, because my journey has been equally entertaining and fun and just filled with a lot of different twists and turns, man. I would ask you, I guess, what's some of the adversity you suffered in this business or, just trying to get into the business?
Honestly, I haven't had any adversity. Like, at the end of the day, I'm independent. I hit you up, you tell me no for an interview, okay. And also, I forgot to mention this earlier, my father... So how I got into boxing interested, period, just is my father he still is somewhat in the boxing business. So he used to manage fighters, and he had, I don't know if you remember, I don't know how old you are, but in the late 90s, there was a middleweight champion named Julio Cesar Green. He was Dominican.
No.
Yeah, he was a WBC middleweight champion. So my father, they did business. So every time he would fight, and my father also had a few other Dominican fighters. He would call my mom, because my mom and my dad I didn't grow up with them. But he would call my mom, like, make sure my son sees me on TV. And I got news, Pops. I never saw you on TV. Pops, my mom's was like, dile que tú lo viste. I'm like, yeah, I saw you with the flag on TV. But I never saw it. But I actually got into boxing because of my mother.
Oh, how?
So my mother got put on to boxing because of my father when they were together. So my mom, in the 80s, man, she tells me about Camacho. She tells me about Tyson. She tells me about Chavez. And she was telling me about all these boxers as I was growing up, but I was a kid. And the first fight I can remember, I'm sure I saw fights before that, but the first fight I can remember is Quartey versus Oscar De La Hoya. And that's when I became a casual. I started watching every little fight every now and then, and so on and so forth. I remember vividly watching Hopkins, Trinidad, and Mosley, Oscar, both fights. I remember seeing both fights, and from there, that's when my interest, where I was watching boxing on my own, and then again, once that Pacquiao-Mayweather thing started brewing up, that's when I became a hardcore. And that's when I started following the sport day to day. And, you know, I started looking at old fights and learning my history and stuff like that.
Nah, I hear you, man. I'm just having a hell of a time trying to situate this light for you. I fucking hate that it's that
You want to take a break? You want to take a break?
No. But that's good.
All right.
And open the flaps to see.
All right. If I could just make one request, can I get a bottle of water, man?
Yes.
We in Vegas, brother. I'm in a suit, like, you
know.
know.
We got you. It's just we only have one bow, and I need him to put some light on it, man. I know your peoples are watching, and I don't want them.
Sure.
Oh, why was it so dark, mi hijo? No te podía ver los ojos. And it's like, damn, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, but we will get you a water in just a second if once Bo stops running around because he is doing a bunch of things. But look, there it is. He's got his water, ladies and gents. So I think. Danny, you had an interaction with Joel on the Twitter space with Knockouts with Nika and shit. And that's where you guys got to meet. And I think the first, this is gonna sound bad because
no, guys,
the first time I think is your Michel Rivera, which is very recent, and I'm embarrassed to say that's what put you on my radar. I think that's the first piece of your content that made it to my timeline.
It's all good. I've only been boxing YouTubing for like about a year.
Oh, okay. So that's a good thing then. Yeah. Because that was a few months ago.
Yeah, I'm out here putting work. I've had on Jake Donovan. I got really connections. Like, I reported that Alberto Puello and Hector Luis Garcia are both going to be fighting for the world title before Keith Idec, before all these people. So, like, I was on the Twitter space, and I have a relationship with one of the guys from PBC. I'm not going to mention his name. But he was like, well, you know, that the fight's not official, this, that, and the third. Because originally in the Twitter space, they were talking about Brona. I'm focusing on Dominicans, you know. So I was like, well, I don't know about Brona, but I know those Dominicans are fighting August 20th in Hollywood, Florida. I know that for a fact. And he kind of just stopped and was like, oh, like he knows something. You know, like I reported it. Like,
so wait, which Dominicans are fighting August 20th in Florida? So because that's so funny, I'm already booked for Florida.
No, yeah, remember Albert Puello?
So he's on the co-main. That's right.
And
but Hector, I thought he said, Hector Garcia's on it too.
Hector Luis Garcia is fighting Roger Gutierrez for the 130-pound WBA
on the same card.
On the same card.
Oh,
so
wow.
If they both win, that would be the biggest day in Dominican boxing history. Two Dominicans.
Whoa.
Yes.
Whoa.
Yes. Two Dominicans become a world champion on the same day. What's a bigger moment than that?
But how are you going to say?
What's a bigger moment than that?
I mean, Jason Rosario becoming unified. 3 belts on one fighter.
No, that was 2 belts.
3.
That was 2.
3.
Go ahead. Check.
IBO,
papi.
Aquí se respeta. Listen, we need less belts. You trying to count a 5th belt? No, I'm not counting IBO.
I'm going to tell you why. Have you ever heard of a fighter named Sebastian Formella?
I have.
Okay. Have you ever heard of a fighter named Thulani Mbenge?
I have.
All right. And the only reason we know him is why? Because they had the IBO. The IBO got Mbenge or Thulani, which is more recognizable to people, on mainstream. Yeah. That turned into a fight with Formella. Formella beat him. That turned into a fight with Porter. Porter beat him. Formella ended up fighting Conor Benn. So, yeah, even Boots. Boots and Van Heerden. Boots and Van Heerden was for the IBO. Boots don't got the IBO because the headbutt. So, believe me, certain fighters need certain belts. Just like, I'm sure your boy Arthur Puello, you could tell us better than me how many fucking WBA regionals he said, how many NABFs or NABCs or how many of those
Is Canelo undisputed at 168?
Yeah.
But he don't have the IBO.
That's okay.
Is it a belt or is it not? Because if you undisputed, that means you got all belts.
Did Vlad have it? Vladimir Klitschko?
Yes.
How about Vic Darchinyan? How about Floyd Mayweather? How about Chris Eubank Jr.? How about Manny Pacquiao?
Yeah, they all...
I mean, everyone in boxing has had the IBO. Along with the other belts. When you see AJ like this, what belts he got? Or Usyk, what belts he got?
Honestly, in Europe, that's a big belt. Well, whatever.
South Africa.
All right, we're veering off the conversation. Point is, you got 2 Dominican fighters fighting August 20th on the same day. To me,
I still don't see how that's bigger than one man being unified. You're giving credit to 2 men separately getting 1 belt when one man got multiple belts, so we don't keep arguing. And he did the unthinkable. He beat someone he wasn't supposed to beat.
Okay, how about this? You as a Dominican fan, you sat down and you watched the Jason Rosario get the stoppage against
Shit, have we
J-Rock.
been... okay, Bo's taking care of it. Thank you,
Yeah.
Bo. I'm so sorry. I mean, I'm into my conversation.
Yeah, let's say you watch a Jason Rosario fight and you saw him get the knockout, and you Dominican, and you specifically... Hold on. Let me not disrespect the flag. I'm the voice of Dominican boxing. I got to be showing that old times.
I hear you.
But, you know, you got excited. You got the knockout. You were cheering, blah, blah, blah. All right. If you go to that fight this August 20th, let's say Puello wins, and then right after that, Garcia wins. Those are two moments you're having as opposed to just one. But to your point, and I will give you credit, that is the first time that a Dominican unified. That Jason Rosario is the first unified Dominican world champion. So if you look at it from that perspective, I guess, but I look at it from a fan's perspective, two Dominican world champions, when we know that our country, we don't produce a lot of them.
Yeah, I guess re-listening to you, it makes sense because you didn't say biggest achievement, you said moment. And a moment doesn't belong to any one fighter. That moment belongs to Dominican boxing history, so I get it. But when we're talking about fighters and accomplishments, unfortunately, and yes, I use the word unfortunately because Jason Rosario just didn't live up to the hype. But yeah, he's the most accomplished Dominican. I would love it to be Joan Guzman, but it's not.
No, I want to correct myself. Jason Rosario is the second unified champion. The first unified champion is a guy you may not even be aware of. He was a lightweight champion named Carlos Cruz. He was actually undisputed. This is in the two belt
era. He cheating. He going all the way back to when it was only two. He called him undisputed for having two belts, but he won't respect Rosario for being unified with two belts.
Three.
But bro, I don't make the rules. In
his mind, the IBO wasn't a belt.
He was in lineal. All right. So, but hold on. Look who he beat. Look who he beat to get those two belts. He beat Carlos Ortiz, one of the greatest Puerto Rican boxers of all time, dropped them in the first round.
You giving the world a side view, FYI. That's your camera.
Oh, all right. My bad. So, he beat a Hall of Fame in Carlos Ortiz, a Puerto Rican, and then in his next fight, beat another Hall of Famer, a Mexican guy named Mando Ramos. So I want to say that probably was the biggest moment. It was undisputed. It was unified as well. The first time unified.
Was it on television?
But they didn't have televisions.
It was in the Dominican Republic.
Exactly. And look,
it was in the Dominican Republic.
And I'm of the mindset that like my generation's better. I don't want to hear about all that old shit that we don't even know. We talk about moments though. We gotta find it and like, is there footage? I don't even know those dudes. Right. Can we get YouTube on them?
Probably not.
Oh my God! So it's a book. My man got a little diary from Trujillo or something?
Bro, I'm the Dominican boxing encyclopedia, bro. So any questions you got, just fire them away. If you think of a Dominican, I
got some questions.
Go ahead, brother.
What's up with
Carlos Adames?
No. I see what's up with him. Well, I don't because I haven't seen him in a minute. But when he was here, we were seeing him.
Oh no. I know who his next fighter is and when his next fight and who his next fighter.
Okay, well let's go. Let's get to it.
He's fighting September 25th. Juan Montiel.
Yeah. He told us that. Yeah. Jamal Charlo's former opponent. He told us that.
Yes, he's fighting him.
I forgot all about that. And I think that's a good fight because he says Charlo ducked him. He says Charlo could have fought him instead of Selecki.
Duck is a strong word, but that is true. That is true. Once that fight with Munguia fell out, and I'm not gonna say he ducking Adames if he would have fought Munguia. That would be silly for me to say. But I'm definitely not gonna say that Selecki is a better fighter than Adames
I think Adames believes in his power too much. Watching him spar, because I've watched him fight, but watching him spar, I think he believes in that power too much.
His condition. I think he needs to work on his condition.
You ain't lying.
He's actually a good boxer, which I feel like
I don't know about boxer. He's more of a pressure fighter for sure.
No, I meant like boxer as in like a sportsman.
Like IQ.
You know?
Okay.
Yeah. Like he actually knows how to fight. Like he's not in there just throwing wild punches. It's just I feel like sometimes Once it gets, and I call that the Dominican Curse, by the way. I call that the Dominican Curse. The Dominican Curse is you start off 4 or 5 rounds strong. Maybe you won the first 4 or 5 rounds, and then you get tired. That's the Dominican Curse.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's funny you say that because they know on this channel, I've been saying that for 10. Like, I don't put money on Dominican fighters. I don't bet on Dominican fighters, and I don't even pick Dominican fighters to fucking win because none of them train like real fighters.
That's changing, bro.
None of them.
That's changing.
I've been in the gym with Michel Rivera, and I'll give him credit. Mm-hmm. He's probably the first, but believe me, I've seen people train way harder. And that's something that I say a lot. Like, I watch you train, man. I watch you train. How you hitting the bag is how you fight. Are you jumping rope? Are you running? You know, what are you doing after sparring? Are you just leaving? Right. You know what I'm saying? Are you sitting down? Are you immediately on the rope? Does your trainer got to tell all that shit? I'm on it. Mentally writing that shit down. I know who the fuck you are by the time you get in the ring. Don't let me in your gym because I know who you are. And I don't trust Dominicans. I don't trust Dominicans.
Listen, that's not an unreasonable take, but what I will say is, you mentioned Michel Rivera. As you can tell, I'm very connected in that area, in that space as far as Dominican boxing. And anytime I'm in a circle, whether it be managers, boxers, or whatever, they all tell me, nah, that kid Michel Rivera works hard. But when I spoke to Michel Rivera, he told me he has 3 trainers.
He ain't ready for 10. Yeah, 3 trainers. They taking his money. That's another thing. They horrible businessmen. Tanto maldito tigueraje y di que saben. And they always getting got.
No. What I mean, 3 trainers. He has a boxing trainer. He has a strength and conditioning coach, and then he has a therapist, like a guy who works.
You don't have to convince me of him because I've been to the gym and I understand his trainer's mindset. For those that don't know, Herman Caicedo has a fucking baby compound because it ain't a compound. It's a garage inside another parking lot that's full of garages. And his is converted into a gym. Inside of that small space, they've made 7 or 8 other 10 by 10 jailhouse rooms where those fighters live. Wow. So hungry fighters like Michel come from DR and live in a 10 by 10. Other fighters like Jason Rosario came from DR, lived in that same 10 by 10, and we could find Snickers under the bed. So it's who you are. You know what I mean? Who you are is what you're going to do.
Jason Rosario. I also interviewed, I actually had an in-person interview with Samson Lukowicz.
He going to hate me for that, but this is truth.
No. And I'm going to add context to what you said. So when I interviewed Samson, he said that Jason Rosario, in between fights, like he would make weight 154, that he would blow up to 200 pounds. That's what Samson Lukowicz said on my channel. This is not me spreading rumors. This is not me outing him. This is something he said on camera on my channel. And if you guys don't believe me, you guys could go check that out.
So
I've heard that.
Punch said, dile a ese tigre que el mejor momento en Dominican boxing fue cuando Phyllis Díaz ganó el oro en China.
¿Quién vio esa vaina?
Yo, but it's funny. You kill his argument with the same shit I killed yours. Like, is it on TV?
No.
Is it on YouTube? No. Like, who watched that shit?
No, but that's different. If some guy comes undisputed, beating a Hall of Famer, and then in his next fight beats another Hall of Famer, that's totally different than you winning a gold medal and then never become a world champion in your career. Like, I disagree with Punch. But as far as the Dominican I'm highest on, and I know you may disagree, because is actually Elvis Rodriguez, who already has a loss. I don't hold that loss too much against him. I don't hold that loss too much against him. Kenneth Sims is a really, really good fighter. Had a very extensive amateur career. And again,
Kenneth Sims arguably didn't get a draw to Samuel Till, already beat Montana Love.
No, he had a draw with Montana Love.
And that's what I'm saying.
Oh, you felt like he won.
Exactly.
Okay.
And I think he has a draw to Samuel Till that he shouldn't have either.
Yeah. So, like, people want to make he lost to this guy. It's like, yeah, but who the fuck is this guy? Can he fight? Is he a good fighter? Yeah, Kenneth Sims is a good fighter. He's going to beat a lot of guys. You know, it's all right. And I'm glad he took that L early, so now he could take it a little bit more serious. And if you've seen in his last 2 fights, he's been nothing but spectacular in his last 2 fights. Knocked out an undefeated Mexican Olympian. And then in his next fight, knocked out what's his name? Forget his name. Campos from Argentina.
Yeah, you know, sometimes. My mic on? Yeah. You know, sometimes them Chicago boys just too much, you know.
When was the last Chicago champion y'all had?
Man, Jessica McCaskill was undisputed last I checked.
What was the last male champion?
Male champ.
Usyk. Yo, Usyk.
Yeah.
I say that because, you know, he fought over there once or twice, and he's got the Ukrainian fan base. They use that for Poland and for you.
Let me tell you, the first fight they had in Chicago, Eddie did, he brought out the Polish community, right? Because Big Baby fought Adamek, but that was co-main event. As soon as Adamek got fucking stretched in like the second or third round, the arena was fucking empty for them. Bro, it was sad because I thought the Mexicans would show out for fucking Jesse Vargas. Like, I'm like, yeah, they'll come out, bro.
Those Polish people, man. I remember when Thomas Adamek used to fight in New Jersey. Yo, they come out deep. He would be fighting he would be fighting a plumber. Some guy from Local 37.
But wait, didn't he fight Steve Cunningham in that? I was there. I was there for one of them. When Glowacki fought Cunningham or someone, I was there for one of the Adamek fights. He did bring him out, man. He had a really big fan base. And he trained, you know what, in North Bergen.
Oh, so
in that gym that used to be, that gym that used to be like it was like a whole gym, huge, 2 floors, bro, boxing only. Like, it was like treadmills and boxing bags on the second floor and gym rings on the first floor. But literally, as part of the building, a wall dividing it with a glass wall with a door that's also glass, a fucking bakery. Like, attached to it.
Nobody making weight in that.
Hold on, mad pastries and everything. Yeah. Yo, my man picking up. Actually, the name just came to me. It was formerly called Global Boxing. A bakery attached to it, not next door. It was it's like the same owner had multiple businesses. It was fucking insane.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to Bo, figured everything out. Again, this is our first week in this new building, and you know we gotta get the tweaks right and then understand everything. But it is turning out to be a great show. Shout out Broadway Joel for joining us. We got over 622 watches, so if you haven't already done so, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, click that notification bell. Joel, where can they find you? Because we need them to subscribe to your channel.
I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers.
What?
I'm not don't even have 1,000, and I put in so much work. Y'all heard interviews I mentioned. Go to my channel, hit that subscribe button. I got a lot of dope content. I have also a show called The Official Scorecard where
that sounds good. What's that about?
So I actually want you on the show one day, and I'm gonna hold you to it. And you
let's
too.
Do it.
Matter of fact, I want both of y'all on the same show. So basically, the official scorecard is we watch a fight. So let's say we watch a fight on the laptop, on the television, and we score along as the fight goes on. And
live,
but we don't show the fight, obviously. Yeah. So we score the fight, and then let's say the third round, let's say we're watching De La Hoya Trinidad. You gave the third round to Trinidad, I gave it to De La Hoya, hypothetically speaking. So I'll put a star next to that round. And then as the fight continues, and let's say we get to the 12th round, there's 3 rounds that we disagreed on. It could be 2 disagree, 3 disagree, or whatever the disagreement is, we'll go back to it and we'll rescore the round. And then we'll reassess and go, is this a round that you can see going the other way, or did you just make a mistake and you correct it? It's happened with me. So far, I've done Andre Ward versus Kovalev 1.
And you scored it for Ward after rewatching it.
I did.
A lot of people said that. See, when you first watch that fight, you fall more into Ward's reaction, and you believe his body language that because he was surprised, he didn't win the fight. But if you rewatch it, he lands the way better shots.
Yeah, and just to be clear, I had Ward winning when I watched the fight as well. So I also rescored Canelo Triple G2, and I rescored Leonard Duran 1.
Canelo Triple G2? Talk to me. What that look like?
So that's a fight that I scored a draw.
Yeah.
But a lot of my co-hosts had it 7-5 Canelo.
Nah. You kidding me?
Yeah, bro.
We only need 27 people. My man is at 973. Can we get 27 of y'all that are watching right now to just stop what you're doing, go to Broadway Joel and subscribe? I gotta always remind you guys. I always gotta remind you guys that he doesn't even start to make money until he gets to 1,000. You know what I mean? That's when they consider him. After that, they have to then evaluate and see, did he get to his 4,000 watch hours?
Which I got.
Okay.
I got that.
There you go. So all he needs is for us to get him 27 more subscribers, put him where he belongs. I'm actually grabbing my phone, and I'm about to do it right now from TBV.
Oh, I'm disappointed in you, Ness. You're not subscribed already?
I probably am. Let's look. Let's look. We about to find out. Because I did watch that Michelle interview.
Yeah. What you think about it?
It was good. I like him. You know what I'm saying? And I like what you're doing. Someone needs to put the attention on Dominican boxers. Hopefully,
all 3 devices.
Hopefully,
I
can learn something from the interviews you do because I'm very dismissive. It's been 11 to 12 years doing this shit and them dudes letting me down.
Let me tell you something.
You know
no. Yeah. No, that's fair.
Joel, let me tell you. He got somebody that for the last month has been harassing him.
No, I can play it.
Javier Fortuna, he gonna surprise the world, Poppy it.
I would play it actually, but my man curses hella like so much that, you know.
You're not trying to get demonetized. Nah. Listen, I'm if you Dominican and you watching this and you come to my channel.
Oh, that's it. He only need. It looks like 3 more people.
No, he hit it. 1K. There you go.
Damn, that's quick. Yo, shout out to TBV, man.
There you go.
Oh, I thought he was giving me a fist bump.
They gotta work here in case you need to look at your comments or your phones or your notifications because you on the show.
Yeah.
You know?
But,
man, I'm glad that my community and everybody watching was able to get him there. You guys got to understand, we're taking risks. I know some of you don't care. Some of you are like, oh, well, get another job. Cool. This is called following your passion. He's taking the risk, and, by getting him to that 1,000 subscribers, he can actually start to monetize and realize whether or not this is something he wants to continue to do. Is it going to be full-time? Is it going to be a hobby? And it costs you absolutely nothing to subscribe.
Absolutely. And I just want to say something for the people watching. You're not successful when you make it, quote unquote, when you start making money and when you're rich and when you're living off of it. You become successful when you're pursuing what you want legitimately. As soon as you start pursuing it and you're legitimately pursuing it, that's when you become successful. I'm already a success. It's just a matter of having more success monetarily, more success, viewership wise, but I'm already successful, and that's why I'm carrying myself, and that's why I got this suit, and I'm looking luxurious in this.
You are
first person in this studio. Mistakes like this don't just happen, man. So I'm definitely gonna be making noise on this YouTube boxing game, and my channel's gonna grow a lot faster than people think.
So let's get into this weekend's prediction. Are you here all weekend?
Nah, I leave on Thursday.
Damn.
But I
could have joined us for the watch party. We'd have did what you call scorecard and what Joe Rogan calls fight companion. Yeah. We call live watch party or some shit.
I don't do that. I have done it live, but the official scorecard is usually controversial fights. But I also have another show I forgot to mention.
Yeah, we call that film study where we go back and watch older fights that have happened and rescore them.
Live?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I never seen it. All right. I gotta check it out. But I also have a show that's called Good Stoppage, Bad Stoppage. So we've only done 1 episode. It's new. We did.
That's a great concept, though. I can imagine finding some good controversial stoppages.
Yeah.
It's been a minute though, but
we did with our first and only episode. We did Julio Cesar Chavez versus Meldrick Taylor 1, and as you guys remember,
I see he's a wordsmith. He was slick. You see how he changed subjects? Ryan Garcia, Javier Fortuna.
I just wanted to promote my channel. I just gained 30-something subscribers. I need to know what they need to know what they expect.
They about to unsubscribe if you saying you picking Fortuna.
Nah. Listen. I'm realistic with mine.
You gained more than that. Let me tell you, you probably gained 50, 60 because
that's what's up.
You already, yeah.
And with the content, with the content I'm gonna be dropping, they're gonna share with their friends.
Yeah, it says 1.4.
Shout out to TBV.
Let's get it.
But let me answer your question. So for the people, the new subscribers, when you come to my channel, I'm Dominican. I'm gonna support. I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna give you interviews, but I'm gonna be realistic. And listen, I'm not picking Javier to win this fight, but I do give him a puncher's chance. He is very awkward. He does have more experience than Ryan.
A puncher's chance, and I'm not being like devil's advocate here. I'm asking for facts. When's the last time he got a knockout?
I mean, his last fight. I mean, to be fair, the last guy he fought wasn't nobody of note. But
he has no knockouts of note that I know of, other than Yandel Evans, which was fucking on Friday Night Fights 10 years ago.
My thing is every time he does score a knockout, it's with he knocked out Cuellar. He knocked out Cuellar.
Bro, wasn't Cuellar like 18 or 22 pounder moving up? That's the same dude Abner fought and beat, and Abner was like a 15 starting his career.
Yeah, and I think they fought at 130.
All right, but Javier's always been like featherweight, started at 26.
26, and the guy started at 22. What was one weight class difference?
It's a lot of a difference, and again,
4 pounds.
I don't think Cuellar started at 22.
Check it out.
Check it out. You found it?
Yeah. No, you want to know what weight Cuellar started?
Yeah.
And Fortuna.
Cuellar started at 26.
There you go. So they started at the same weight. They fought at 130, one weight class above it, and he stopped them.
Yeah, he stopped them after how many people beat him?
Hold on, Fortuna started at lightweight.
There you go.
I
thought it was featherweight.
No, he won one of those region.
Yeah, he definitely got a. Did he win a belt at 26 or 30?
No, 26. But I'm saying
his pro debut was at lightweight.
Nah, his first like 10 fights was at lightweight.
Yeah, he went down.
He probably got with the right strength and conditioning coaches, and they were like,
"Nah, I'm exaggerating. First like 5. First 5 fights was at lightweight."
But either way, that I feel like that's a somewhat notable KO. And again, he's very awkward. And if we've seen,
he's awkward, but it's like what he just said. He's lazy. He's not gonna throw enough punches. Like he gonna be there trying to do all this bullshit.
I'm not gonna disagree with you. I'm picking Ryan, but if Luke Campbell could drop Ryan, I mean, I'm not gonna dismiss Fortuna dropping Ryan.
Yeah, but Luke Campbell is a gold medalist. That is not Fortuna.
Who would you have picked, Luke Campbell versus Javier Fortuna, when that fight?
Probably Luke Campbell being taller and longer.
You bugging.
And a traditional boxer where Fortuna's like this wild man.
No, but the thing is,
like Fortuna legit quit wild, though. Then I remember Fortuna. Like that's another thing.
When did he quit?
Let's not forget his motherfucking heart. Didn't he jump out the ring in one fight?
No, he got pushed out the ring.
Yo, find tape, yo.
Find tape. Find the tape. Find the tape.
I bet you he could have. Yo, B-Hop got back in the ring when Joe Smith knocked him out the ring.
That shit was like in the second round. What was there to quit about? Like you telling me he's taking a beating for 9 rounds and then fakes an injury. I get it. In the first round, you do that?
Yeah, that tells you his mindset. He like, fuck it, I got the check already.
Come on.
I'm just being real. It wasn't no win, right? It was a no contest or what?
It was a no contest.
There you go. So I would get back in the ring. I want to win. I don't want a fucking no contest.
All right, what if you can't continue? What if you can't continue?
Yeah, I get the money, but now that day means nothing on BoxRec.
Listen, I totally...
Yeah, that was the Granados fight. I remember.
Granados, come on.
Even Granado, he been a tough fight for everybody.
Yo,
the only dude that walked through him was fucking Garcia.
And that was later.
Granados was
tough.
What round
was it? What round was
Granados
it?
was tough. He was tough with Broner, where people thought he could have arguably won that fight. Granados was definitely tough with Conor Benn, where people thought he won that fight.
He did not. Yo, he came to fucking run in that fight. He didn't come to win that fight.
Box.
Bro, knocked out Amir Imam, went the distance with fucking Sean Porter, and that was right after the Sean Porter fight.
Yeah, he was Amir's upset win. He was Amir Imam's first win.
That was going to be another Dominican getting beat by a Chicago guy, man.
All right.
Yo, Punch said... Chicago versus Chicano, like Danny.
No, you know. Now that I'm on this big platform, this is a fight I've been talking about on my channel that I would like to see.
He called us a big platform.
Nah, it is. You guys got 150 something. It's a fight that I'm interested in stylistically, and you being from New Jersey, you know the significance of Puerto Rico versus DR. Is Subriel Matias versus Elvis Rodriguez. These are two knockout punches, both on the PBC side, both at 140. And right now, their trajectory, like I feel like Subriel Matias is a little bit more ahead in his career. He's about to fight for an IBF interim. So he's a little bit more ahead. And Elvis is still somewhat in prospect level. But I see the crossroads coming together at some point, and I picture that being a big fight, possibly in the Puerto Rican Day Parade or the Dominican Day Parade. And again, that's a fight that's going to be promoted.
When's the Dominican Day Parade?
It's August 14th, which is 6 days before the August 20th, the fight between Hector Luis Garcia and Roger Gutierrez and Alberto Poirier versus Akhmadov.
Where the hell is the Dominican Parade?
In New York.
Never heard of that shit.
Oh, you bugging, bro. You missed out on a lot of women.
Never heard of that shit.
Yeah. Damn, you never heard of it because you ain't party back. You ain't party a lot back in your day.
I partied enough to have been to almost every big nightclub in New York. Bro, I'm telling you, like, unfortunately, I was one of them dudes that let music influence me so much that I did certain things that I heard in songs. So, like, I was at the club.
Buying Cristal bottles?
No. I don't know about Cristal.
No. But, yeah, certain bottles you buy because you're influenced. Like, I definitely drank Belvedere because of Jay. You know, Grey Goose because of multiple rappers. But I'm a vodka guy anyway. But that being said, like, remember where Sean got his charge? Mm-hmm. I was used to be in that club before he fucking shot somebody or shot in the club. Yeah. But, like, Sin City in New York. What's that shit? It was a strip club that fucking Fab always hung out.
Sue's Rendezvous?
No, that's way too far. That's by Mount Vernon. No. That's
the one
where
in Queens?
That's where Cardi B used to work.
Perfections?
No. Over by is it Jimmy?
Lust?
Jimmy Bronx Cafe?
Oh, Jimmy, yeah. But
bro, that shit it ain't even called Jimmy's no more, right?
I haven't been in the Bronx. Well, that part of the Bronx in a
minute.
Bro,
it was crazy spots out there.
Yeah, but you're not hitting the Dominican spots. That's what I'm saying. You just wasn't hip.
I was not like at the Marina.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's why you don't know when the Dominican Day Parade is.
I would go to the Marina because you didn't need no Dominican Parade. You knew if you wanted Caribbean women, you go to Dykeman. You know, on the weekend, you go to La Marina, you chilling. You going to be there. You know, you're going to see everything.
Hold on.
Ballers going to whip up on the boats. Ballers going to whip up in their cars.
I got an idea. I'm the voice of Dominican boxing. Mm-hmm. I got to try to get a float on the Dominican Day Parade. Maybe not this year. Maybe when I get to 100,000 subscribers. And I need Nesta Gibbs and Danny on that float with me.
Yeah. Yo, you got a float. I'm in there.
Yeah, you know, I'm popping bottles.
All right. Listen.
Let me tell you.
Hold on. Save this shit.
And my shirt coming off. I promise you.
Save this video right now. By next year, I'm going to try everything in my power to get a float, and I'm going to get these two gentlemen on the float with me as the voice of Dominican boxing. They got me here in their studio, they first guest. I'm going to try to do that for them, get them on the float.
It's so funny. I never heard of the Dominican Parade. Let me tell you, like, big Dominican things I've always heard is, like, the February...
El 27 de febrero.
Yeah, the Dia de Independencia, right? And then the other big thing is Diciembre. Like, everybody. If you Dominican from over there, because I'm born over there, if you from over there, you're trying to do everything in your power to go back to DR for December. I don't know why. I mean, obviously I know why, but I'm not a party anymore. But, like, December gets so crazy, everybody goes there, all the baseball players.
Flights be mad expensive.
The flights triple. Yeah, like, a regular economy would be, like, $1,100, $780.
Yeah, flying from New York to
motherfuckers
New Jersey
is buying their December tickets in 6 months out, bro.
Yeah.
6 months out.
So let's buy our December tickets now.
No, that's not my thing.
Yeah,
I'm not out. Bro, DR is so different. It's like... People wake up to just chill. Like, you wake up and, like, you know, whatever women in the house are making huge breakfasts, whatever men are already out in the Mercasina fucking shuffling dominoes, playing dominoes. It's like drinking cold brewskis at like 8 in the morning. Like that's what they do. It's retirement. You know, like
you know what?
Even though they're not retired.
I'm also born and raised in America. I love DR, by the way. One thing that is very hard.
I bet you he's from La Vega or Santiago. He's definitely from over there.
Wow.
He's definitely from over there. And believe me, they act funny. I'm not saying him. I'm saying, bro, I brought a girl from San Pedro de Macorís.
Okay.
From San Pedro to his side of town, which is a good 2-hour drive.
He already diagnosing me as one of them. Go ahead.
No, not as one of them.
No, he said.
I just
on
know,
his side of town.
I just know because of the way he looks. Like, you don't get that hair and that color if you ain't from over there. Like, we come from the black side. Like, I'm from my father, where the baseball players is from. What's his name? David Ortiz. Like, we down
You
there.
from San Pedro?
Yeah.
All right.
We down there. So I bring this beautiful, thick, dark shorty to go club to Tribeca of all places in Santiago.
I know where that at.
My man told me I could come in. She couldn't.
What?
Promise you. And this was years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been going to DR for mad long. This was like in my younger, single, balling years. I'm like, wow.
Wow.
And they really didn't let her in. No, they don't like dark people up that way. They don't get that. I mean, again, shit changed.
I mean,
it's been mad years. I'm way older now, but
I don't see why you would lie about that. That's a random
of course
thing.
not.
Yeah, so I believe you. I just never heard of anything like that. But to answer your question, my mother's from the capital.
Okay.
You know?
My mother's from Boca Chica.
Oh, okay. All right.
So it's crazy because my mom looks like, actually, Danny, real like, you know, my dad I guess he got lucky. He went out there.
So my mother is actually white with blonde hair.
There you go, see?
Right? And then my father is actually darker. He's like a little bit darker than me, but he has like my kind of hair color, my hair texture, and he's from Santiago. So I look like a mix between both, but more so my dad.
No, I love Santiago. But let me tell you how DR is.
I grew up going to the capital as a kid, though.
Let me tell you how DR is, right? So like 8 o'clock will come and the gas station turns into a fucking, like in his side of town, the gas station is now a nightclub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it is in Mexico?
Yes.
Yo.
Certain ones and certain.
Bro,
bro,
in the capital, there's like a fucking like a liquor store, not a bar lounge. Okay, understand the words coming out. A liquor store where you go in to purchase alcohol to take home, but everybody just pulls up and it's a battle of who got the baddest music and the baddest bitches, and you buying, you know, liquor out this liquor store that just doesn't close.
Nah, yeah.
It's crazy. It's like Fast and the Furious.
I got a similar story. My cousin, we was in Santiago. He was like, yo, he had rented a range. So he's like, yo, I'm going to go take it to a car wash. Come with me. I'm like, whatever. I'll go with you, whatever. So we pull up to the car wash. And it's kind of like a car wash / like bar restaurant.
Yep.
So he's like, yo, want to get something to eat? I was like, all right, whatever. I'm here.
Out the car wash.
As they're washing his car, yo.
And it be buffet style food.
Yo, these servers, they look
amazing.
Yo, I'm like, yo, what did you take me to?
No, that's the thing about DR, bro. Because, like, you know, when I was young, we would party all night. So now we're going back to the hotel, and it's like daybreak. You know, people is people going to work. Bro, you'll see women of all ages power walking. Like, the mornings in DR, in La Capital, what's that shit? You know how you on Las Americas and that side is the water?
Yeah. Like
what's
Malecón.
That? People walking at Malecón all day in the morning, like power walking. Just, yo, they work out a lot over there. So you rarely come across obesity or overweight women. You know, usually the women, and you got to remember, DR was doing, you know, the way bodies are looking now. Bro, we was doing that shit 25 years ago. It was Colombia and DR.
I could see fucking Danny's wheels turning like, when am I book this flight? When? He said December? Hold on, he said December? This is popping out there?
Nah, listen, so this is what the advice I would give you guys.
Let me tell you. So
I wouldn't go in December.
So no, look, let me tell you. So
I
don't know. I don't know how well you know Ness, right? But like a couple months ago, he just like, man, fuck that shit, man. We going to DR. I'm booking your shit. I'm booking my shit. I'm booking my girl shit. We going. Fuck it. You like, we leaving. We going to DR. I'm like, okay. So I'm still waiting to go to fucking DR.
Yo.
Nah, shit changed.
Oh, like with the new studio
we got busy.
And shit like that.
A lot has changed.
Yeah,
but I would recommend to you and everybody
But I'm
listening,
25 years old.
do not go
Never
on
been
December.
on a vacation.
What?
Yeah, but he means out of the country.
Hey, you don't got
Or
no stamps
resort style
You
life.
got no stamps in your passport? Besides Mexico?
No, he went to Afghan and all that shit.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
But
that's not a vacation.
But they don't stamp it, right? Because you...
Nah.
Yeah, and that's not a vacation, too. Like, you out there in war.
It's an experience. It ain't a vacation.
Definitely is an experience.
But I'll say this again. I want to get this out because there's probably people like, yeah, I'm going in December now. Don't.
What?
Go in December if you got a girl. Don't go in December if you're single because there's too much competition. And you ain't gonna be the hot catch that you think you are because David Ortiz is there, Sammy Sosa is there. Any famous, partially known Dominican anybody with fucking money that is the smallest, has the smallest success, they're there.
No,
Listen, come with Broadway Joel and you good. I don't give a fuck if Albert Pujols, Alex Rodriguez is there. If you rolling with the voice of Dominican boxing, you can have fun out there.
You probably gonna have more fun with him than Puyo. I met Puyo. He don't look like he talks too much. Like my man is so calm. I swear, it feel like he might invite me to church.
Yeah, I'm actually trying. We in communication. I'm trying to link with him.
He's out here.
I know. Yeah. I'm confirmed to link with Hector Luis Garcia. I've actually interviewed.
He's here.
He's out here.
Motherfucker, I've been DMing him for a minute long.
I get you connected.
Him and the other dude. Well, when I was hitting him up, he was still in DR, and then the dude Bernaldo. Remember, he was like, "Mi carnalito."
Yeah.
Nah. Anytime you need connects with Dominican boxers, just feel free to hit me up, bro.
Nah, for sure, man. For sure.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
That you were picking Fortuna?
First round knockout.
Don't worry about it. Let's help you remember by getting to this comments. I want to go ahead and try and let me see this. That sucks. I didn't know it moves. I thought I locked this. All right, so let's see what we got here. Why is it? Oh, I got to change the camera too.
We got Don Suave said I will be in DR next week. Yo, ready to get out there.
Can I just give a quick shout out?
Sure.
So this somebody who passed away. His name is Francisco Gillo Guzman. He was a Gleason's legend, a Gleason's gym legend. He trained Julio Cesar Green, Joan Guzman, Agapito Sanchez, Mauricio Martinez, Dimitri Salida. I have a relationship with his son Chico. I just want to say rest in peace. He passed away a couple weeks ago. He's somebody that may not like make the rounds, like as far as be known.
Right,
but to me, he was a legend to me in my eyes. In New York, you mentioned Gillo. He was a legend. So I just want to say rest in peace to Gillo. And tú sabes, descansa en paz, mi hermano.
Yo, I got to ask you something because I feel like
You feel like
this was one of the dopest haircuts I ever got. So I was out there for Tank Roley, and so I posted on our social media like, "Yo, need a barber," because I, couldn't do it here. So
like a Dominican barber's the best,
bro.
especially in New York.
No. But let me tell you, this dude I found, or he hit me up. He like, yeah, my shit in like, bro. I think his shit was like in the financial district. I'm like, bro, I'm not going to the financial district. He's like, well, I'm like, I'm staying in Brooklyn. He's like, meet me at Gleason's. I'm like, you cutting my hair at Gleason's? He's like, yeah. I train there, and I be cutting out of Joan Guzman's office. I'm like, bro, there's no way. Sure enough, this motherfucker cut my hair out of Joan Guzman's office.
FaceTime me with Joan.
Yeah,
that's
bro.
dope.
It was dope, man. It was for sure like one of the coolest haircuts I ever got because I'm literally sitting there and like Joan just walks in and just starts talking shit because I'm balding and he got the nice hair.
Yo, it's funny you mentioned Joan Guzman. Getting back to the in terms of talent, I want to say there was no Dominican boxer that was more talented than Joan Guzman. And I think you guys can agree with that.
Yeah.
It's just he wasn't disciplined making weight, and he was very inconsistent as far as taking long laps in his career. But as far as talent, I remember seeing an interview with Robert Garcia where he said that he thinks in terms of talent, he's equal to Floyd Mayweather. It's just Floyd Mayweather was a way harder worker. So I just wanted to put that out there. And I believe he was a 2-division world champion, if I'm not mistaken.
And obviously, now as a trainer as well, he's had success. And, Jermell Charlo has been very vocal on his, I guess, his satisfaction with,
with what Juwan done. I forgot. Didn't they tell us he got like a bonus?
Yeah, no, he told, bro, let me show you. Let me tell you. He told me because Derrick James was obviously training with Spence because he fought April 16th. So Juwan was the one running the camp for the rematch with Castaño for like the first month.
Really? Wow.
So he said after the fight, Jermell took care of him, but his birthday was during camp. Bro, they had like, a couple like Louis Vuitton gifts for him, and bro, they took care of him. And
so he played a very integral part in that rematch against.
Bro,
Castaño.
yeah, I mean, obviously, he posted the video. He posted the video on his Instagram where the shit that he was working with Jermell in the fight. He'll post that like of them in the gym, and then of Jermell using it in the fight, and then it was like 3 or 4 different things that they would work on. That he posted the video
man,
on.
that makes me happy.
Let me get to these 2 super chats from RNS1. He says, I'm just here to see Ring Walk bulk Danny completely zone out and get all sensitive. What you be getting sensitive about, champ?
I don't know. I saw a couple people say I was going to zone out when y'all was deep in the Dominican.
You did. You did kind of zone out.
No, I mean, I can't.
I even seen you yawn, and I'm not like doing this for entertainment.
I mean, yeah.
Your eyes got worried. I'm like, damn, what the fudge?
I woke up at 3:15 this morning.
You really came to the gym?
Bro, how you think I knew who was down there, bro? I was done working out by 5 this morning.
Oh, shit. So you guys don't know. Joel will get to see. Some of you have seen in the videos, this facility, it has a gym downstairs, a full weight room, full boxing facility. And I don't know if we're allowed to say, but I'm going to say it anyway. If it doesn't come true, then, that's not my fault because it wasn't my sponsorship. But Venom is supposed to be sponsoring the whole building.
Wow.
And we're getting a brand new ring from Venom, new bags, everything. But I say all that to say that Danny's crazy ass said yesterday, yo, I think I'm going to start coming.
Well, I said it before yesterday, but yeah. So
yeah, yesterday you doubled down.
He's been telling me because we'll do our boxing workout usually like late mornings, like after the show. So maybe 11 in the morning, 10:30 in the morning. And he was like, yo, you need to start lifting. And I was like, I don't want to lift right after I do my boxing workout. I'm like, if anything, I'll lift in the morning. Mm-hmm. So I have somebody, I got a friend who played college football who is bigger, stronger than me and everything. And I was like, yo, I know you work out early morning. He lives 7-8 minutes away. I'm like, bro, come work out with me and help me. So the show starts at 6. I'm like, all right, we're going to lift from 4 to 5.
That's insane.
And then I showered, got ready for the show.
That's insane, bro. I'm already waking up. Like today, I woke up early, which sucks because I fucking scheduled everything. I even had my bag packed. So I'm thinking I'm going to get extra sleep. Bullshit. Woke up even earlier than my normal 4:30. But I'm still not getting here till 5:45, 37, 45, 50 at times. Fuck that. This guy's here. You're too early.
Listen, man.
Yeah, I mean,
but that's some dedication, man.
That's real shit. And the good thing about you doing that is that since you're constantly on a podcast, you're gonna see your growth. You're gonna see where you're a bit heavier. You're gonna see
and he's hearing it too. He's motivated. People are telling him he looks better.
That's good. That's good. I lost 50 pounds,
bro. We were just in Houston. I'm down like 30 right now. We was just in Houston. So Shakur was just out here for the Valdez fight, April 30th, right? Jared Anderson left maybe like, he was around here during that time too. So he hadn't seen me since, around that time. Mm-hmm. First thing he's like, damn, bro, you lost mad weight. Because, bro, like, I see it and I'm like, all right, I want to keep it going. Because I feel good, bro. I feel good. And this is the first time too that I've gone on a diet and worked out and lost weight, but I've also like not been drinking.
Okay, what diet are you doing?
Well, we're sponsored by a meal prep company.
Okay.
Foodie Fit.
So,
shout out to Charlie and Foodie
so
Fit.
they give us
nice
they drop our food off, and bro, I don't intake.
Just yesterday, my son was saying like, "You still doing?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "It's working."
Yeah, nah.
And my girl got mad like, "You ain't telling me I look skinny." Cause she in the gym every day. She doing boot camp now. Vegas has been high for us.
Yeah,
man.
I had lost 50 pounds, bro.
I've been waiting to tell you. I didn't know. I was gonna probably say it off air because like on video your cheeks look way bigger, but in here you look mad lean.
Yeah, man. So I had gotten the pandemic. Started
you got the love weight.
Yeah, so I was like. And I was always been an athlete, like, growing up. And I was like, man, I'm getting tired running upstairs and stuff like that. Like, just little stuff that was annoying me.
Yeah.
So I started looking into diets, did the keto diet, and started lifting weights. Bro, shit changed my life, man.
That's what I told him, because you burn more fat with muscle than you do.
Bro, you should have seen I was drenched.
No, I'm telling you.
That shit was crazy. Bro, and when we're in there in the boxing gym, it's already, like I said, it's already late morning.
So now you got to bring 2 sets of clothes.
Yeah, I know. Yep, so it was like
3, really. The one you're wearing and 2 changing.
Right, yep. So I did everything last night. I fucking rolled my L's up last night. I packed my bag. I literally just how
this
you
shit
said.
looks pretty dope, little coffin. But it's, I don't know, too bulky for me. I actually seen a cell phone case that I was going to try. I was going to test the TSA's chin because it's like a cell phone case, and on the side you slide a pre-roll.
Yo, come on, man. It's not worth the risk, though.
No, it ain't. It ain't, but I've done it already from Denver to Jersey.
Yeah,
I had some
allegedly. I
had some gorilla. They'll never. It's smoked already. Yo, I had some Gorilla Glue, and I promise you, the minute I landed, I'm like, you're so stupid. You could have lost. But goddamn, in the moment, I'm like, I can't leave this $3.5 grand. Like that shit in Denver was so rocking. That was
better than the shit you've smoked out here.
Bro, Gorilla Glue is amazing. You gotta. When we go, we have to ask for that. We never, you know what I mean? Because they got so many. It's over 90 strains in your face.
On display.
You forget.
Bro, they got. So we're sponsored by Dazn, our dispensary. Shout out to Dazn.
Dazn corner.
Bro, they have over 90 strains on display. Over 120 or 130 like total strains of marijuana at any given time.
So you forget, you forget. There's a lot of legacy strains that they have, which is beautiful for me. I'm an older guy. I like specific buds. But let me get to this RNS1 second super chat. He says, here in the BX, Dominican girls are off the chain.
Yeah.
We got Ari Boxing Talk with a $5 super chat. Said, I've never listened to y'all, but here to support my guy at Broadway.
What's his name?
Ari Boxing Talk.
Shout out to Ari de lo Mio. That's one of my Dominican subscribers. He's always showed up in support. I appreciate you coming and showing another Dominican support.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out to Ari, man.
Yeah, shout out to you, Chan. We appreciate it. Truly. Yeah, man. So what has been
Bo, can we get a poll on who's picking Fortuna versus Ryan?
I want to know for you, because I'm gonna be honest with you, I never wanted to work for anybody doing this boxing shit, and I always wanted my own channel, right? Actually, my background is the logo. Like, I got the channel, I got all this shit, but I truly was like too scared, right? Mm-hmm. And then I was about to
scared?
Yeah, I was.
No, that's fine.
No, I was.
Yeah,
I was. I've had a channel since 2018, right? Mm-hmm. And that's when I met Nez. So I'm like, well, fuck it. I'll get my foot in the door, and then we'll just see where this goes. And things went great. And then the beginning of this year, I was like, I got out the military. I'm like, all right, I'm going to do my own thing full time. And then he calls me. He's like, yo, come get on the show. And I'm like, all right, bro. It was Thurman Barrios. I'm leaving a press conference. He called me like, yo, you still up there? I'm like, no. He's like, yo, I'm in town. I ain't see you. Come get on the show. I'm like, all right. Literally just how you came. Hopped on the show. And then he like, what you doing tomorrow? I'm like, nah, shit. He like, you want to do the show tomorrow? I'm like, all right, cool. Like, I ain't doing shit till like this time. He like, yeah, we go in the morning. And bro, like, that's literally how it was. So for me, so I'm just curious, like, did you have any fears, any concerns, any worries? Because clearly you did it the first time and you stopped. So what was it like the second time for you?
Well, the first time I almost like forgive myself for quitting, and because I don't take it as a loss, I take it as a lesson. So,
ooh, bro, I say that shit all the time. I say you either win or you learn.
Yeah. That's a line from DMX. Shout out RIP DMX. Don't take it as a loss, take it as a lesson. So I like it was more so I just genuinely did not know what I was doing. That's more what it was. I was intimidated by it. So I kind of like, all right, whatever. So now I wasn't intimidated because what I set out to be, I was like, yo, I'm not even worried about the money because, you know, I'm not rich. Now I don't want to make it seem like I'm a millionaire. Absolutely not. You know, I'm a normal average guy, but I make a good, you know, enough where I'm comfortable, you know.
What do you do for a living?
I'd rather not say. Yeah. But so I was like, yo, listen, just have fun with it. If money comes from it, perfect. If it doesn't and you're having fun, perfect. The moment you start a journey and you're committed to it, as I mentioned earlier, that's when you become successful. And once I started, once I dropped, like I want to say 2 month worth of videos where I was, you know, consistently putting out content, that's when I considered myself successful. So I was never intimidated
because you were able to keep up with the consistency.
Yes, you know, because anybody could start anything. I could start, you know, a YouTube on cooking, and I'd make one video and that's it. So did I really start a YouTube channel, or did I just make one video? You know. But now I'm entrenched with the community. I have a presence on Twitter. Shout out to Chicken Talk, my man Lefty. So you know, I have a lot of relationships. I've already had relationship in boxing through my father because, as I mentioned earlier, he was in the boxing business.
Right.
I also.
Do you feel like you're hindering yourself a bit though, sticking to like only Dominicans?
I'm not though. I've interviewed Michael Fox.
So you're not sticking to
No, I'm just the voice of Dominican boxing.
Okay.
Yeah, and like I said, as I mentioned earlier, with the official scorecard and good stoppage or bad stoppage, I with the official scorecard, I did Triple G, Canelo 2.
And you said Ward
Kovalev. I
got you.
Leonard Duran.
Yeah, no, I mean, I remembered you saying that, but the video, like, honestly, all the interviews I've seen of yours have been with Dominican fighters.
Most
or like I saw the one you did with Samson where he was talking about his cancer and shit.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, I've only seen it with, like, obviously he promotes a lot of Dominicans, so that made sense. I thought you were only limiting yourself.
No,
okay.
Well, I want to be known as the voice of Dominican boxing because
that's great.
And it's funny, you're not going to remember this, but the first time we actually had an interaction was right before the Delvin Rodriguez Miguel Cotto fight. And
what?
Yeah. So we never met in person. I called into the show as the voice of Dominican boxing. I was saying, yo, that's a good fight. Hindsight's 2020. It wasn't a good fight. And you was like, man, that fight garbage, man. Get that shit out of here. And again,
it's because Delvin.
Listen, Delvin is like, Delvin was one of my favorites, man. Just because how entertaining he was, and I felt like he got robbed in a lot of fights.
He's from down that way.
He's from Connecticut.
Yeah.
So let me tell you.
Was he with AJ Galante, his manager?
I don't know who he was with at the time. Well, and I'm trying to get him on the show, by the way. I've been in communication with him. He kind of gave me the run around a little bit, but I'm trying to get him on the show. I want to do an official scorecard with him and rewatch the first Pavel Warlock fight with him.
Okay, that was a good fight.
That was a war.
Bro, I sparred Paul Warlock. Obviously, I'm way bigger than him, but that dude's crazy. He don't stop coming. He's like, he's probably too old, but he's perfect sparring for a lot of people like that need the Mexican style. Like, he don't stop coming, and he don't wear headgear.
Yeah, yo, bro.
Fucker's crazy.
There was some wars with Pavel Warlock and Joshua Clottey and Gleason's. That, you know, and I don't know, you know, with the, you can't talk about sparring. I don't know what's the, you know, the exactly. I'm not going to get into specifics, but those were wars. When they would spar, the whole fucking gym would stop. Like, those dudes really used to go at it. But my point is, when I called in, I was like, yo, Delvin got a you was like, that fight garbage. So I'm from Brooklyn. You can't just scream at me.
No, but you know Cotto bodied him, too.
He did. You were right. You were right. So I started screaming at you back. You threw the horn on me. Beep, 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 beep. He was like, yo, you can't be talking on my show like that. I was like, all right, my bad. Then I calmed down. And he was like, who he beat? Tell me his resume.
Paul Warlock, that's it.
Bro, that sounds 1,010% like that.
If somebody could find that video and send that shit to me, that shit would be dope, man. It was sometime around.
I want to hear it.
Yeah. It was that was
God damn, but that's so long. Paul Warlock He got the Cotto fight for Delvin Rodriguez got the Cotto fight for beating Paul Wood. Like, he had this crazy fucking eye.
No, it was a draw in the first one.
Yeah, they had to do the rematch on ESPN.
No. The rematch was on the undercard of Cotto Margarita, which
it wasn't on ESPN.
The first fight the draw was on ESPN.
Oh, okay.
The second fight was on the rematch between Cotto and Margarita. The second fight, which I was there
in New York.
In New York, I was there for.
That's crazy that Delvin, as an undercard fighter, got the main event. That's the way the boxing should be. You know, you put the dude that's gonna be next on the undercard. Let the audience see both of them. Voila, you got your next main event. They don't do that anymore, unfortunately, man. But that was funny. Shout out to Delvin. He got, again, they don't do that in boxing. So, like, he actually got the win and got the big fight.
Yeah.
Like Trout. Like, Trout got to beat Cotto and get Canelo. Like, bro, it's crazy that they still out here fighting. I mean, I'm not counting anybody's pockets. I love what I do. Maybe he loves what he does. But, like, to get Cotto and Canelo, that money should be somewhere getting interest or some shit.
Right.
Like, you should have bought a liquor store or some shit with that motherfucker. Yeah. No, I'm serious. These fighters,
and he had a couple fights after that.
Bro.
He had a couple like
he's
lower level
fighting.
fights.
What are you talking about?
No. I'm talking about like of significance.
No, he's in camp. He just left Houston to go to fight week. But
who's he fighting is what I'm saying.
No.
I'm saying he fought. Didn't he fight?
Even Charlo, he he's fought both Charlos.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He fought Charlo. Didn't he fight J-Rock too? Or no?
Everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody.
So those are
and Jared Hurd. My man
he fought
everybody.
I forgot about that one.
Everybody.
And he's fighting at 47 now, right?
Well, 48, 49. They haven't given him a shot at 47 with a name just yet.
Okay.
Yo, these fucking cameras move. Is it me or they didn't move?
Which one?
I feel like when you set them, they slightly turn.
Oh, they do. Like,
yeah.
you have to
tape these fuckers down.
No. That's not gonna work.
Bro, that's a clamp with screws and it's still moving.
No, it does move once you adjust it, but it's like you have to stay there.
Because I'm not centered anymore. Look at that shot. You're in the middle.
Oh, I think that's because.
How's my shot?
You're good. It's just I need more light on you, bro. And this light actually is a color light, but changes to white. We have no clue how. The engineer.
I'm sure I still look good.
Nah, you looking good. I mean, your girl might be mad that it was a little dark, but
it's all good. I'll be all right.
Good.
I'll be all right.
So we are talking about Spence and Crawford.
Yes.
And the fact that what's going on? What's the holdup? Did you read the article that we were talking about?
I did
no?
not. I did not.
All right, but what's your thoughts like on the fight as a fight and just
the negotiations?
Earl saying definitely this year, but he doesn't know when, he doesn't know where. There's only 5 months left in this year.
Yeah, the thing is with me is, I'm growing impatient. And I feel like as a boxing fan, we've been scarred with fights spoiling, whether it be Juan Gamboa, which we never got, or Mayweather Pacquiao, which in my opinion was 4 or 5 years too late. And this has happened before to us. And just announce the fight. These guys aren't super duper stars where as soon as you announce it, guarantee you're gonna sell 1.5 million. It's like announce it now, and then if you put the fight in October, November, you got so much time to do a whole world tour, 11, 12 city tour, go around, go to London, go to Mexico City, and go all over America.
How many cities do you think they do? That's a conversation we've had.
They're gonna do like 3 because no promoter knows what they're doing in boxing.
Which 3 you picking?
New York, Vegas, and L.A.
I don't think they do Vegas. I hope. I don't really see anyone ever do a stop in Vegas. Do they, Danny?
No?
Nah, they usually don't. They usually don't do anything in Vegas.
That's so weird. This is the capital of boxing.
Even for press conference, but people come here. Yeah. It's not because people are here. It's not like New York and L.A. Like, New York, even if nobody flies in for Danny and Benavidez, you got your New Yorkers that are going to be there. No question. You get what I'm saying? So, same shit in L.A. It's not like that here.
I mean, I don't know. I guess I'm going by how much media is out here. Like, there's a lot of boxing media that lives out here.
You think? You've been out here longer than me,
the whole fight hype, Sean Zattel.
You're right. Sean is here.
The Porterway podcast, all those guys live here. You guys live here. You imagine you have Spence and Bud here to promote the fight? How legendary would that be? How much views does that get?
That would be amazing for me. But
look, I'm speaking it into existence.
Let's do it. Yeah, man. Imagine Earl right there, and I just fucking shaved that mustache.
Oh, I forgot.
That shit was thick.
Yo, what's up with you and Arrow, man? What's up with you and y'all beefing? I forgot about that.
He got mad because I wasn't into the Mikey fight.
You thought it was a mismatch?
No, I just thought exactly when you called in telling me that Delvin was a good fight, I told Earl the same thing. It's not a good fight. I know.
But did you tell him in that tone that you told? Because you balked on me.
No. So what happened was I was interviewing Ken Porter.
Okay.
And someone that I won't even mention because they just are a hater, clipped that interview in a manner to show it to Earl as if I said it won't make 50,000 pay-per-views. But in fact, the interview is me and Ken talking and me saying to Ken, do you think it does better than Terrence versus Victor Postal? Because obviously that fight happened and it did, you know. So he's like, nah, man, you know, he didn't think it was going to do good, and I didn't think it was going to do good either. Not because I'm a hater, only because I thought more people were as intelligent as me. It's not my fault that you guys are stupid morons and you thought Mikey had a fucking shot. You know, he's Mexican. He didn't pick Mikey. We're not stupid. So Earl got mad at me for not lying to my audience and telling them that it was a great fight when that's not what it was. Did it turn out to be a great event? Yes. Did I still go? Yes. Was I in attendance to see El Bandera Roja come out and hear his reception and see how the people love Earl and see how beautiful the audience was and how sexy the women dressed? Absolutely. But that doesn't mean that I'm not entitled to my fucking opinion. And if I don't think that pay-per-view is worth my $80, it's not. Simple as fucking that.
I told Ness, I think that fight, because you said 3 city, I think you do 4. I think you do LA, New York, Nebraska, and Dallas.
Okay.
And let me tell you, I was holding this for a special occasion. But the truth is, there's an argument that Earl hasn't beat a champion. I know a lot of you morons don't see that, but in basketball, if I beat you, you lost. You don't get to walk away with some sort of consolation prize. So when Brook lost to Gennady, he's not a fucking champion. It's just contract. It's just you're a good manager, and you were able to tell the IBF, if he happens to lose, we keep our title, okay? And we get to defend it, okay? But if you lose, you're not a winner. If you win, you're a champion. If you win, you get a belt. If you lose,
he beat Porter and Ugas.
Slow down, Papi.
Okay.
I'm way too good at this. When we talking about Porter, what's the phrase in boxing? You're not a champ till what? You defend the belt? When you win a vacant belt, you're not a real champ? What was Porter? Because they stripped the real champ. Keith, one-time Thurman, the true WBC champ that they took the belt from to make Danny and Sean. So neither one of them was a champ. They win the belt. Allegedly, they're a champ. In boxing, you're not one till you defend. There was no defense unless it was Formella. Tell me it's Formella.
I don't think so.
Okay. Well then, Ugas. They stripped the real champ in fucking Pacquiao.
But then he beat him.
No, they gave him the belt. And he beat up Pacquiao 2 years after he was stripped. 43 years old.
It was a year.
So don't tell me that these men are champs. They gave these men belts.
Yo, he did.
I mean, those are legit wins, though. These guys were
They are legit wins, but don't tell me there's no case for him not beating a champ.
I mean, he beat Porter, who had defended his title.
Who won a vacant belt.
And defended it.
Legit WBC rules, because they want to call me a hater.
Twice.
You win a vacant belt, you got to fight 2 mandatories. Guess what? Formella wasn't a fucking mandatory.
I mean, Formella wasn't.
You know the WBC makes up the
WBC title.
Huh?
He wasn't champion for that fight.
When Porter fought Formella, it was for the IBF and the WBC eliminators.
No, I'm saying, because obviously you talking about he won the title, which was a vacant against Danny Garcia. Defends it against Ugas.
Who? Porter?
Yeah. And then
in the fight that people thought he lost?
I got to do that one on the official scorecard.
Yo, Bobby.
No, I'm just saying.
Hey, but he won, though. He won.
You getting your shit mixed up, and I'm trying to help you.
And I'm just saying, There's a case. There's a case. I didn't make those phrases. People call me. I didn't make the phrases in boxing that you're not a champ until you defend your belt.
What's the issue
I didn't make the rule. I didn't make the rule that you're not a champ until you do your 2 mandatories.
He beat Pacquiao, and although older Pacquiao, it was Pacquiao. They stripped
2 years removed. Pacquiao.
They stripped Pacquiao, and then he fights him.
Inactive Pacquiao.
I mean, it was gonna be the Pacquiao that
it was gonna be the Pacquiao that Earl fought.
The Pacquiao that Earl fought was supposed to happen when he got in the ring, when Pacquiao was still active after Earl beat Mikey. Then he left with the belt. Never got in the ring. It's not the same. Don't act like that.
The reason Ugas fought Pacquiao was because Errol Spence pulled out due to the injury.
Yeah, but he's saying that was last year. He's saying that fight should have happened back in 2019 after Earl beat Mikey and Pacquiao got in the ring at AT&T Stadium.
Pacquiao should have fought Crawford. That's what the fight that should have happened.
He was willing to. Bob, look it up. This is my keyboard. Google it. Bob is the one that didn't pay Pacquiao enough.
Yeah, Crawford not Dominican, so I believe you. You know, you the boxing voice. I'm the voice of Dominican boxing.
Yeah, you know, it's about money, man. It's about money.
But getting back to the fight, you asked me what I thought about it.
Yo, look at Earl Spence fan Supermax. Porter defended against Ugas. Okay, and what's the controversy on that fight? Just show me that I'm lying. Show me there's no controversy in every one of his fights. Show me that Brook didn't break his face and he didn't lose. Show me that fucking Porter didn't win a vacant belt. Show me that Pacquiao wasn't stripped and Ugas was elevated. Show me. Show me. That's all. I mean, show me where I'm lying.
I mean, whose resume is perfect? Like, if you want to find something wrong with
you're right. No one's is perfect, but I ain't never seen one with so many discrepancies and it goes unnoticed.
No, because if we really want to play that game, is Pacquiao really an 8th division champ when they made him fight for a vacant against Antonio Margarito, who at 154, which that belt shouldn't count.
Why?
It was for Pacquiao never fought at 54.
This guy doesn't know how boxing works. I could fight at heavyweight. I don't got to make heavyweight. What I can't do is be overweight. I can't be overweight. I could come in under.
No. But you get in the rankings while fighting in that. To fight for a vacant, you have to fight 1 versus 2.
Brother.
How do you justify Margarito coming off a long layoff, fighting 2-3 tomato cans?
It's always the A side. It's always Pacquiao is worthy of a vacant shot. And then Pacquiao fought at 151 for a 54 belt. That's legit. Okay. As long as you're over 47, you're in the next weight class.
No. What I'm saying is, how is that justifiably a vacant title shot when neither was ranked 1 or 2?
I think that wasn't Shane who got stripped from that WBA or was it a WBO?
BC.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. And
whose belt was it before that?
I will have to check. I don't know off the top of my head.
Check it out.
Also, like, we're really gonna call this guy, what's his name? When Floyd Mayweather beat Gotti for a WBC belt, like, who did Gotti beat for that? I remember the whole promotion. Floyd, that's a paper champion. That's a paper champion. Then he beats him.
But that's what I'm saying. A paper champion, that phrase, Floyd didn't make it up. That only exists when 2 fighters fight for a vacant title. Sean, Danny, Robert Guerrero, which I used to love to hate on Danny for when he became a champion. I thought, but he fought for a vacant title. He's a paper champ. Now all of a sudden Porter's not a paper champ because we got to defend Earl's resume? Y'all tripping.
Yeah, man. But getting back to the fight, you had asked me what was my opinion. So before the accident, I always picked Spence. I always thought I always favored Spence. And then, the accident happened.
Why you always favored him?
I just felt like, although Crawford has a very high IQ, as he's dissecting his fighter, as he's learning his rhythm and his patterns, he tends to get hit. And you can get away with that with Mean Machine, but what about when there's somebody of your caliber, somebody who was an Olympian, somebody who has fought Sean Porter and fought Ugas, What was that?
Mean Machine was an Olympian.
Oh, okay. All right.
And he dropped him.
But my point is, I think everybody in here is a knowledgeable boxing fan where we're not going to compare Mean Machine to Errol Spence. Like, we're not going to say that they're on the even pattern. So I just feel like he gives up a lot of the early rounds, at times, sometimes unnecessarily, but then he turns up and is very clutch, is very aware, and gets the stoppages. But what are you going to do when somebody is at your caliber? But then the accident happened, and I was like, I don't know. He came back against Danny, and I still didn't believe it. And I was like, you know what? If he stops Ugas in 6, 7, 8 rounds, I'll go back to picking Errol Spence. That was my thing. And then he did. He stopped him in whatever, it was 8, 9 rounds, something like that. And I was like, you know what? So I'm not going to veer off my original pick. And I'm going to pick Errol Spence to win that fight.
Got a few super chats here. Brandon Lands trying to be smart, saying Kambosos never defended. Why do I need to defend? No, but look, this is what I'm saying. This is school for you guys. Why do I need to defend?
When I beat the champion.
Thank you.
Yeah, he was linear.
It's another phrase that Nestor Gibbs didn't invent. You guys like to call me a hater. I'm just teaching you the boxing you forget on a daily basis.
And he beat him in his hometown.
That phrase is this: the man that beat
the man.
The man.
Yeah.
Okay? So Kambosos beat the man that beat the man that was the man. Loma became the man, like Earl, by beating everyone and collecting the belts. Tio came and took it to beat the man. Kambosos came and took it to beat the man that beat the man. Devin came and showed them he's the real man.
Yeah.
Salute. R. West says, Ness, this is why Earl Spence Jr. doesn't mess with you. Stop the cap. Spence is a true champ. It's not because you said he was so much better than Mikey. #man down. I'm just a realist. Stop me when I'm lying. If you call Danny a vacant title champ when he fought Robert Guerrero, why is Sean not?
Who do you favor? I never quite.
In what?
Spence Crawford.
Tough fight. I was like you. I thought Spence was going to get the win for being naturally so much bigger, you know, and very dominant. And we've seen what he did in the Mikey fight. He when he wants, he could turn on that machine gun jab and just shoot you out 1,000.
Beautiful high guard as well.
1,000 in the fight.
Yeah.
Plus be disciplined enough to go to the body every round. But we have to see because, you know, there's a lot that's happened in his life. Yeah. And, you know, we've interviewed so many fighters here that believe in healthy and clean living and that could come back to haunt you. You know, people are going to say I'm a hater and yada, yada, yada. But the thing is, we've interviewed guys where they're like, once you're on certain stuff, it's always there. You know what I mean? Like, the alcohol can always be some sort of issue. I don't know. I'm not a fucking doctor, you know? He's just ingesting some alcohol. I don't know any residual effects. But other fighters, they're like, it's better off not to drink. It's better off not to party than to do that in between camps, you know? So Bud doesn't do those things in between camps.
I mean, I have heard Bud. I think it was on Ak and Barack show. I could correct me if I'm wrong. If you guys saw the interview and it wasn't their interview, where he mentioned how he got drunk one time and was throwing up and stuff like that. He got sick. So he's probably not a drinker, but he has drunk before. And people want to make it seem like Errol's some fucking alcoholic. Like, yeah, maybe he had a few drinks here and there, but I never heard of where he's like an alcoholic, where you got to snatch the bottle out his hand, you got to hide the liquor when you walk in the room. I never heard that. You know what I'm saying? Have you heard that?
I mean, he did.
No.
Flip over in the Ferrari
but
at high speed.
What if that was
recorded?
What if that was the just a weekend that he had a drink? That was the first drink he had that year. Who knows? I don't know.
No, and listen,
he's a person who doesn't drink a lot. Drank 2 drinks, which normally wouldn't get you so intoxicated. I don't know. I don't drink and drive.
No, it's fucking crazy because I'm gonna be labeled a hater for today. But there's video of him in the Barclays Center, like, come on,
turning
man.
up,
turned up. Like,
I see.
All 3 of them.
This is information.
Broner, Tank, Earl, same night
drinking.
I ain't telling you they drunk or drinking.
Turning up. That's it. We'll leave it at that.
They all look the same.
Okay.
I don't mean physically. I mean mannerisms, the way that their voice sounds, and you can come up with the same assumption for all three.
Okay. All right. That seems fair to me. See, that's something I wasn't privy to.
Optimus Prime sends a pear emoji lifting some weight saying, keep it up. So we will keep grinding, champ. But, yeah, I mean, we'll see, man. We'll see.
Yo, send us some super chats asking me about Dominican boxing. If you Dominican, what's the name? Majimbe? Call in, do something, bro.
Yeah,
Dr. Mofongo, all these Dominicans, bro, we got to support.
That's right.
If you got some money, make sure you flying out August 20th and you go and watch Alberto Puello and Hector Luis Garcia. And come, bring your biggest flag and make sure you let these people know that we support our boxers. Because that's something Samson was saying. Oh, Dominicans don't support boxing. I'm like, bro, you don't know where to put the fight. You putting these fights in Minnesota, in Florida. Put that shit in Washington Heights, United Palace. It's a 3,000 people venue. Right in the Dominican, my bad. Right in the Dominican neighborhood.
Where like Romeo used to come and sing there?
But that's what I'm saying. Tú lo pones ahí, a donde están todos los dominicanos ya, que ni tienen que coger tren, ni tienen que buscar parqueo, que están caminando.
It don't always work like that. Like, look, they put Luis Ortiz in Miami or Hollywood, and that shit didn't sell out. Like,
yeah, but look who he fought. Who he fought? Charles Martin.
I don't know. Oh, that's come on, bro. That ain't the one though. Is that the one where Wilder was in the stand? No, I'm talking about another one. That's what I'm saying. That's not even the first time. That's a pay-per-view you talking about.
You talk about Cubans. I'm talking about Dominicans. Yo, don't be racist, bro.
I hear you.
Cubans and Dominicans are different.
Don't be racist. They are, but what I'm trying to say is that promoters or fans believe just because you put a certain fighter in his alleged area, we're gonna come out for him. Like,
nah. Listen, look at the content creators. Where you from? Like
Jersey.
Okay. Where's Punch Drunk from?
New York.
Where's Ring IQ from?
New York.
Where am I from?
New York.
Okay. All of us are Dominican. All of us are content creators. So obviously, there's a significant amount of boxing interest from Dominicans. Is that a fair assessment? In New York. Is that a fair statement? Right.
Yeah.
Right. There's not going to be 4 major content creators that are Dominican, and then we're the only 4 Dominican boxing fans that live in New York. So a lot of the times they putting shit in the Barclays Center. Dominican's not going to come from the Bronx and from Washington Heights down there. You put a fight, it don't have to be a major fight. You put a fight
I don't want to hear that shit. If they ain't coming from down there, then they just lazy, bro.
Yeah, then they're not going to come anywhere.
See, but the thing is, you got to understand.
You telling them to fucking fly.
No, you trying to start a market.
Bro, you telling them to fucking fly to fucking Fort Lauderdale next month. But they can't come from the Bronx to fucking Brooklyn?
Yeah.
That's a good point. But what I'm saying is, you
got to. I flew out there. We just drove to Houston. I don't want to hear that shit.
No, but you trying to start a market. I'm trying to make people aware. That's one of the main things I'm doing with my channel. I'm making people aware. A lot of people would take that trip and make a vacation out of it. Hollywood, Florida. How far is that from Miami? Yo, fuck it. I'll land Friday. Hit a party, because you know as Dominicans, we like to party. Hit a party on Friday. El sábado, vamos para la pelea. Afterwards, we go clubbing again and fly back to New York. I'm giving people a vacation that they could plan, meanwhile still supporting our Dominicans. As far as bringing the fight.
Well, give them the subway lines they could plan.
Yo, bro, that shit.
To get to the Barclays.
See, but that's not a vacation, bro. You hop on that subway, you risking your life in New York. You hop on that subway, you risking your life.
Nah, it ain't that bad.
I got bit on a fucking train, bro. I got the scar to prove
it. I mean, I remember when the iPhones came out, the news was telling you don't have you remember the...
New York has changed a lot since 2020, bro. A lot. Like, that pandemic got people not knowing.
But don't y'all got legal weed now?
We do, yes.
Nah, it's just medical, though. It's just medical.
No. We got a recreation. Well, you don't get a ticket if you smoke it in the street.
But you can buy recreation only.
You cannot. You cannot buy recreational in New York.
I mean, I don't know.
I know you cannot. I know because I was just there.
Okay.
No, but you can smoke in the street and you're not gonna get harassed, ticketed, nothing.
Let me get to this super chat here. Looks like James Benitez saying, "Cut the ish." So you saying Bud the only champ, because Horn had a title defense before he lost to Bud, this is shameful to discredit Earl's resume. I'm not doing anything. You're speaking facts. You know, Horn beat Pacquiao. I didn't think it was a win. It's controversial, like Porter's win over Ugas.
Who did he defend against?
Nobody.
He did defend.
Horn?
Oh, what was it? Zafata?
Nah, it was like some fucking Australian, like Corcon.
Oh, no.
That Liam
McCormick.
Nah, it was like Corcon or some shit that Liam Williams had already beat.
Yeah, they did a hometown fight.
Yeah.
Like you're supposed to. You don't beat Manny Pacquiao and go into the toughest defense of your career. No, you go into come back to Australia and be the king fucking defense.
Okay.
No?
No. I mean, that's not what Kambosos did.
Kambosos.
He was going to fight Loma.
No,
and then
Kambosos wanted to prove to the people that he was different. That's what his whole thing. Oh, I can fight anybody. I'm picking Loma. If Loma's not ready, cool. Devin, step up to the plate. You showing you a tough ass. Cool. If you would have won, we would have gave you props, but you didn't. So we can't really look at you like you did something great because you tried.
Yeah, I mean, shit, Horn.
Because ain't nobody giving Canelo credit for trying to beat Bivol.
Bro, Horn.
They laughing at him for losing to Bivol.
Word. Yeah. Horn almost fucked up the bag, though, because I remember in that title defense, he fucking, like, he got cut, face all bloody and shit. I'm like, okay.
Yo, Terrence Crawford had a fantastic performance against Jeff Horn, though. I feel like that was probably his best performance.
That was the first ESPN Plus fight, if I remember correctly.
Which I was against. You
don't like ESPN Plus?
No, not that I don't like it. You telling me that Terrence Crawford is not a draw, and then you can put fighters on free ESPN, and you put him on ESPN Plus and not Loma, who you say is this popular guy. I ain't like that shit. I
hate that whole Loma shit. Loma's so popular that other than Tio is the only fight that he did big numbers, never been on pay-per-view, don't bring no money to the table for his fighters. He's the one that makes money, but
let me tell you,
he's not giving career high paydays.
But if the narrative, let's be honest, is that Bud is not popular. Bud doesn't sell, right?
Yeah.
So why are you gonna put him out of all people behind the paywall when he's the one fighting at 147?
And he needs the popularity.
He's fighting at 147, one of the glamour divisions in boxing. Why are you putting him behind the paywall? You already, in your opinion, you could have built the house in Beverly Hills, all the money you lost. All right, well, maybe you wouldn't have lost that money had you put him on ESPN for free instead of ESPN Plus.
Yo, so we got fellow New Yorker with a super chat, Saquon Jones, $5 saying, this dude has me hot. Risk your life on the subway? Stop it. I saw a regular dude in Texas with guns on his hip, but New York subway is crazy.
Bro, you talking about guns, it's crazy. This morning, someone sent me an Instagram of a girl getting her ass beat at work, right? She's like a counter attendant or some shit at one of these gun states. And someone is fucking like, you know, two girls, you know, the counter, she's a female, the other woman, she's a female, and they bickering back and forth. The customer finally drops her bag, grabs the bitch from her hair, slams her down, whooping her ass. The girl gets up after she got her ass, because she had a sit-down position so that she was just bodying her, like, you know what I'm saying? So she let it be, just sat up, ran back to her register, took the Glock out and bodied her right there in the fucking store. Damn. That is crazy, bro.
All right, yeah.
But this is what I'm saying, like, the video shows this bitch calling her all types of names, talking about the customer's mother. It's like, so truly, you just bad because you got a gun. Because before you got
so the employee really instigated the shit.
Yeah, but I bet you she don't go to jail in this gun state.
What state was that?
I don't fucking know. Probably Texas.
I started seeing some of the video.
It's funny. You seen it?
I saw the beating,
bro.
I saw the beating, but I didn't want to see the lady get shot. So
no, luckily. There's like a fucking thing right there, like a.
They pause it.
No.
No, like a barrier came in the way.
No. Like just you know how when you waiting at the register and they got that dumbass spinning dollar case for all the glasses and you just spinning his mad little reading glasses. Yeah. That shit is in the way. So you see the girl go like that and you see the lady just drop. That shit, bro.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny you mentioned that.
Fucking toes up. Yo, crazy, bro.
On 139th and Broadway. This happened last week, I want to say. There's a bodega owner. I think he's Dominican. You know, Dominicans, we own bodegas. His name is Jose Alba.
I sound like a fucking baseball player.
Yeah, so some lady, she was trying to pay for some chips with her food stamps. Yeah, for whatever reason, it wasn't registering. And, like, she wasn't trying to have it. This is from what I read. So he snatched the chips from her hand, like, yo, you know, like, so she went and she got her man. And then there's video footage of a man behind the counter. And the guy, he's like in his 60s, older man.
The one that snatched the chips.
Yes, the
bodega store owner.
So her man comes in. He's behind the counter, pushing him.
Wait, her man gets behind the counter.
He goes around, gets behind the counter. He's pushing him down, like in the guy's face, like has him really cornered. And then, like the Dominican cat, which let me not say Dominican, I'm not 100% sure. Jose Alba, the guy, the bodega owner, he makes his way around like towards the exit of where the bodega exit is, where he got in from, grabs a knife, turns around, pokes him up, killed him. In New York City, and
straight Dominican style.
And he got. Was
it a machete or he had a knife?
Nah, it was just like it looked like it's just a regular knife. And he got originally sentenced for second-degree murder, set a $250,000 bail.
That's low.
Yeah,
bro, that is low.
But
$250 for a body? Yeah, I'm out of here.
They're taking into consideration.
We gone.
They're taking into consideration.
You don't even need to put $200. Let me tell you, you could put up a house. You know what I'm saying? It's collateral. Obviously, your people's gonna lose that house when you go.
No, he.
Yo, so, because in Chicago, you just got to pay 10% to the city.
Depending, some bonds might not have 10%.
10% is $25,000, and I'm not counting your pockets. But some people don't got it.
No, but you use a bondsman, so the bondsman charges you the $25 on a payment plan. So they might want $5 up front, and you owe them the $20 on payments. But then
but they. Due to the controversy in New York City about it, a lot of people feeling like this is potential for self-defense and stuff like that because the guy's an older man.
Bro, but New York don't got self-defense.
They lowered the bail to $50,000. He got bailed out
and he bounced.
No, he's still in New York. At least that I'm aware of.
So I just saw this video. These motherfuckers was in the subway. It was for sure it was not New York because it looked too clean for this to be New York. But yo, the motherfucker like it was a group like 3 guys. And they start fucking with like 2 guys. And you could tell
that was too. Don't pause like that. Right? So that joke just went. I'm like, oh, he's like, it was 2 guys and they was fucking.
No.
And then fucking with. I'm like, oh, whoa,
I'm
bro.
saying the like, where the story going?
Yo, no, bro. What you doing to me over here?
Like, yo, it's the first guest. This was story you was sharing.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, so look.
Pausing his sentences on the wrong spot, bro. Ain't no period there.
Right, go ahead, brother. Finish your story.
I forgot.
Nah, it was 2 guys.
In the meantime, don't repeat it. In the meantime, we got Jonathan Sims. It says Canelo lost. He has no longer 54 undisputed. So I guess this is a sarcasm super chat to me saying that there's an argument that Earl's champions aren't champions because they lost. Mm-hmm. But Canelo hasn't fought since the loss. So there's no one to give that, status to, like, or take it from. Like, right, so he hasn't fought since the loss.
His defense against Triple G, you don't look at it as a real defense.
Who was that?
That's not me.
Who was that?
Oh, that was you. So, based off what I said, I understand this super chat. He's like, oh, well, then if you didn't consider them champs, or if you're saying hypothetically those guys cannot be champs because they suffered a loss, well, then Canelo is no longer undisputed at 68, which, again, you forgot the truth.
Bro, I'm not going to lie.
Meaning if Triple G beat Canelo, you wouldn't look at him like a
But isn't that what already happened, though? Right? So, like, they're mad at me because I'm picking their favorite fighter in this equation, but isn't Canelo already a loser?
I mean, when you lose, you're a loser for. I'm not saying in life, but for that moment, you're a loser. Yes.
So when he lost to Dimitri Bivol won, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So since then, hasn't he dropped on the pound for pound?
He has.
Since then, hasn't public perception of Canelo and his team that they're not all what they were seeming to be?
I don't want to say public perception in terms of Canelo. I think most people realize that he just wasn't. That's not his weight class.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we got different circles. I mean,
yeah, maybe
correct me if I'm wrong, Danny, but weren't people talking about Eddie Reynoso?
No, people were definitely talking about Eddie Reynoso.
Talking about Canelo and the fact that he never made an adjustment. He never changed. He was just in there looking for power and that was it.
The thing is with that, he couldn't do nothing. People want to make it. People trying to take the credit away from Bivol.
What you mean he couldn't?
That jab was fucking him up,
bruh.
That movement, that footwork was.
He landed how many right hands? What about if I just stop shooting to the shoulder and let me try and punch him in the chin? How about I punch him in the body where maybe he can lose a little bit of air? No, I'll just keep punching his bicep and shoulder. Oh shit! It's the 12th round. Fuck, it's over. Like, the jab never stopped him from getting hit.
Yeah, what I think what happened, he thought, like, he was breaking that arm down, and he was going to
Exactly, and he thought eventually, like Callum, eventually, like everyone else, he would get it, and it didn't come. He did not adjust. He did not adjust.
Or his plan just didn't work. Yeah, I look at it differently.
I mean, there's a timeline to that plan.
Exactly.
At some point, you got to be like, bro, we in the 6th. Fuck it, abandon ship. Let's get back on a jab and try to slip, go to the body, do some combination.
How much is that is on Eddie Reynoso?
He the fucking trainer.
No. I'm agreeing with you. But
that's what I'm trying to tell you. That after the loss, people looked at Canelo like, oh, maybe he's not as good as we thought because he couldn't make the adjustment.
Put it like this. The reason why I say I don't think public perception on Canelo has gone down so much, I still think he beats Charlo Benavidez, Triple G, Andrade. I still think that. I thought that before, and I still think that now.
I don't know. Charlo looks a whole lot more dangerous now.
160 guy moving up.
Yeah, but Charlo's
first fight.
Who got a better jab than Jamal Charlo?
Devin Haney got a better jab.
You ain't lying. I hate when you could get me like that. That's true. Devin do got a better jab, but who got a better jab than Jamal Charlo, not named Devin Haney?
I think Bivol. I think.
Nah.
As far as
so this is
I'm gonna say Triple G.
No. Let me just debate you on that. So the Bivol thing, why I can't. Bivol ain't gonna do the jab. First of all, he didn't show us different levels on the jab. He didn't do what Devin did: jab down, jab up, side jab, up jab, flick jab. Fury does a flick.
Yeah.
He didn't do none of it. It's just jab. Jab. He looked like a younger Gennady. Charlo, on the other hand, at least got head moving with the jab, and he can do all those other variations of the jab.
He has footwork. Bivol has significantly better footwork than Charlo. I think so, yes. And another person who, I don't know if he has a better jab than Charlo.
I don't know. I'm going to sound ignorant, but I just don't believe that he can have better athleticism than Jamal Charlo.
No, I think he has better footwork. I think so. He danced circles around Joe Smith.
He's a high
outboxed Canelo.
Bro, you talking about Joe Smith, bro. Mechanically, like, come on. Joe Smith mechanically is even worse, like, in terms of movement. Like, those people can't be considered like Joe Smith ain't dunking.
None.
He probably can't be a quarterback, and that's their sport. He probably can't be a quarterback.
I see.
Telling you.
I don't know. I just really like what Bivol does with his feet. His footwork is always in perfect position, and he tends to control the distance very well with his footwork. A lot of times spinning out.
I don't know. I was turned off, bro. He was too cautious, and I get it. That's what you got to do. A win is a win is a win is a win, but you also got to entertain me.
I mean, that's how I feel about Devin, and I know that's your boy.
Yeah, but you got to. That's what I'm saying.
I'm like,
you got to entertain me, though. See, Devin's circumstances was different. He went to the Lions Den and enemy territory. It's different. Bivol was on his home. Like, this is home turf.
No, but I feel like Bivol landed some hard shots.
Oh, I'm not saying he didn't.
Devin Haney just dominated with a jab, a hard, stiff jab, and I felt like he didn't really do much damage to Kambosos. He never dropped him or hurt him.
I think the damage was more internally. As you can see, there's a quote that he says he doesn't think Kambosos is next and that he's waiting to get Loma or Tank. And that comes from the other team realizing, like, bro, we're not ready. Like, what are we gonna do with that jab? We need to work on things.
I wish Haney would have turned it up more and at least try for the stoppage. I was not entertained by that fight. It was an undisputed fight.
I wanted the stoppage. I bet a lot of money. I thought he was gonna stop it. We were under the impression it would be stopped around the 10th, but it's like he said when he came in here. I was going to go for the stoppage in the 10th, but when I seen that he couldn't touch me, it's like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I get it. You're in the biggest moment of your life.
No, but you contradicting yourself. Entertain me. You going to tell me that was entertaining, bro?
Yeah.
Nah.
I was more.
So that was more entertaining than Bivol Canelo?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You bugging.
Yeah.
You
yeah.
That's
Let me
biased.
tell you why.
No,
That's
no,
biased.
no, no,
That's
no.
You
biased.
think it is?
We can
You
each
think
tell
it
you
is?
different reasons why.
You think it is because of the relationship, but it was more because of the circumstances, bro.
Like the full moment.
Name the last time an American went to a foreign country to undispute. Name the last time an American had to take short money to make a fight. Name the last time any fighter had to sign with a promoter that had nothing to do with the fight. Keep in mind that Devin had to sign a Top Rank to fight a Lou DiBella promoted fighter on ESPN. Mm-hmm. So if George is all this hot shit and ESPN wants his fight, why did Devin have to sign to get it? And George is not signed to Top Rank.
I know.
So I think those circumstances make that fight that much bigger, and it had me more entertained because I know what's at risk. You talking about we play footsie? Stay on your side of the table. I know what's on risk, and I know what was at stake.
Yeah, I guess if you're looking at it from that context of like historically, but I'm looking at the concept
did Bivol go for the knockout? Did Canelo go for the knockout?
Bivol didn't go for the knockout because he was doing 1, 2, get away from me, 1. He never did the fucking hook.
I was much more.
You can watch my live fights. I'm like, bro, give me the hook. Give me the. Oh shit, he threw the hook. He missed it. Like that dude can only do 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1. That's it. He ain't doing nothing else.
Listen, I'm not here arguing that Bivol is better technically or whatever. I'm just saying.
He got the win. That's all that fucking matters.
More entertaining than the Devin Haney fight. To me, that's not even an argument.
And for you, it could be that way because Canelo is the face of boxing, so there's more at stake for Canelo.
And for you, you have a relationship with Bill Haney and Devin Haney.
Absolutely.
And I'm not even trying to be like disrespectful.
It's the truth.
Yeah. So I think you're looking at it like, yo, that's my man. His father is my man. Like I can text him.
No, I'm looking at it more like, this dude's got
this
his
is
back
all Devin
against the
Haney
wall.
was doing. That's it.
If it was,
at least this motherfucker was giving 1-2s.
Let me tell you, if it was that slow, Kambosos would have countered that shit with the left hook.
I'm not a professional boxer.
No, I'm just saying, it was never, it was more like, ba, 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 1, 2, 3, head movement, up jab, to the body. It was more like that. That's what Bivol was doing. Bivol was doing that, and Canelo,
who landed harder shots on their opponent, Bivol
and
or
Canelo,
Haney?
who dropped in everybody's eyes because he didn't have the fucking skill to adjust.
Who landed the harder shots on their opponent, Bivol or Haney?
Bivol.
That's my point.
I mean, he's a light heavyweight. They're supposed to be harder.
No, I'm
he's
talking
a
about
bigger man.
Who hurt their opponent more?
Who won the fight more clearly?
Who moved up in weight?
No, but we're talking about entertainment. You talk about who won, who's better, who's this, who's that. I'm talking about if you had to rewatch one fight strictly on entertainment value, you are picking Bivol versus Canelo if you're unbiased.
It's funny, but I'm not. But you see,
bro, to me, I'm not gonna lie to you. I swear to God, I was so entertained.
We watched it live,
bro. Like seeing him toy George the way, like worse than his sparring partners, bro. That shit was entertaining to me. Like the fact that at this level, you could make a world champion look like a child, look so minute, look like they don't belong. That shit's entertaining to me. That right there, I disagree.
And I just disagree. I didn't find it entertaining. And I think it's more of a case that you guys know him and his family personally. I think that's more that.
Also, too, it's like what style, like we all have a style that we prefer. We all have a style that we lean towards. You get what I'm saying? I've always been the person who got ridiculed at family functions because I would always pick the boxer. Typically, Mexicans aren't the boxer. You get what I'm saying? So, he's a hater. But in reality, it's like, no, I like boxers. I like to see jabs. I like to see fighters control, keep someone at bay, set other things up off the jab. So, to me, like I said, bro, the fact that he was able to toy with him like he was a child, that was
that, again, like, I've been doing this for however long I've been doing it, and they've been hearing me pick boxers, bro. And before the fight, we said the phrase, and after the fight, it was true. And we didn't make these phrases up in boxing. These were here before you and I and him. A jab can take you around the world.
No, listen. Did he have a fantastic performance? Absolutely. In terms of getting the win, in terms of entertainment value, and by the way, I didn't find Mayweather boring. That's a nasty narrative that I don't think is true. But I don't think that was a Mayweather type dominant performance where he showed the science of boxing. It was just a jab. It was very basic. And I was not entertained by it. But it is a major accomplishment. I am taking into consideration everything you guys said. In terms of entertainment value, I made my cousin watch the fight with me, who's a casual. And he was like, yo, this is for all the belts? Because he understands that there's multiple belts he don't know. I was like, no, but this one's for all the belts. Both of them are undefeated. You know, the guy's traveling to the other guy's country. He watched the fight with me. He's like, you know, well, he didn't watch the fight with me. I had him watch the fight.
I got you.
He texted me like, bro, this is what you made me watch? You made me waste fucking 30 minutes of my life?
I got some super chats we got to get to here. We're going back in the time. I don't know that we got any of these older ones.
You found the video? You screaming at me?
No.
Oh, you said back in the time. I'm like, what? Oh, I'm like,
no. I'm trying to find the first. Okay, so first one was from R. Jonesy, so I think we did get to those two. Bougie and Broward said, "What's good? Can we just call Bernie?" Thinking emoji. And he's talking about Bernie, obviously.
I've interviewed him as well.
Yeah.
I've interviewed him as well.
Nah, he's a great interview.
Yeah.
I
know a lot of them we got to, and then you got to some, I got to
Joseph, some. Big Supermax says, so by that logic, Thurman didn't beat a champ for the title. He was elevated. Then beat DSG, who wins a vacant. Then fought Samuel Vargas, whose run is better. I would say that, see, this is the hilarious part. I would say the guy that did it first is better. The guy that beat Porter first, the guy that beat the undefeated Danny, that run is better.
I agree. I would agree with that.
I'm telling you, these Spence fans they're drinking that ocean water.
I mean,
and like, you know that's not allowed. You're not supposed to drink ocean water.
Even still, if like the run's better, it's like, you know, clearly, you know, when the dust has settled, at least right now, you know, Earl's in a far better position than fucking Keith Thurman is.
I
mean, Thurman got the Pacquiao fight.
He lost and got dropped. I mean, that was a competitive
his
fight.
only loss to a legend?
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Mm-hmm.
No, but
actually not the same Pacquiao that Ugas fought.
That's 100% true. But I feel like Errol Spence still has years left in his career, like on the top level. I can't say the same for Thurman.
Yeah, I mean, no, Nestor knows that, which is why he wants to keep him as far away as possible from Boots.
I mean, because
that makes sense. Like, come on, man.
I feel about Boots and Thurman the way I felt about Earl and Mikey. Why do we need it? You guys just want that to help one man become more popular. That's not how I watch boxing.
No, see, but that's exactly not what it is. To me, I would love to see that fight amongst other fights for Boots, simply because I feel the same way I felt about. The way I feel about Boots is the way I felt about Earl in 2015. When I saw Earl fight Phil LaGreco in person, co-main event for Broner Porter, I'm like, yo, he the next one. And from that moment, because Floyd was done in September. He beat Berto, you know, McGregor counts, but, you know, he was done after that. So I'm like, Earl, the future of the division. I said it then, June 20th, 2015. He wasn't able to prove it till further down, and I think that's what Boots needs. He needs a fight. I think that, you know, when the dust settles, Boots will be the future of the division, but if he could get a chance to prove it now, maybe we'll actually get a chance to see him fight Earl, a Bud, or one of those big names.
No, you know what it is, and I agree. Logically, that makes sense. That fight makes sense, but Boots been a main event? You get what I'm saying? You gotta keep Thurman, who's fought with Pacquiao.
Thank you. This is the smartest comment all day. It's who you beat and when you beat them in their career that matters, not just the name, okay, fellas? Just saying. And I don't mean you guys in the studio. I mean just in general. Everybody listening, let's think with the right brain here, Let's use our boxing brain. You're, I guess, considered to casuals at your best when you're undefeated. Unfortunately, Floyd made that stigma.
It's not true, but yeah, I see what you're saying. No, that's correct what you just said.
But we got some more super chats here. Looks like James Benitez says, so if Earl's not champ, Benavidez definitely isn't. See, this is what happens, right? So now people will clip certain things, send it to Earl. This dude's a hater. Earl, look. Because I never said that. I never said Earl isn't a champ. I said there is an argument that he hasn't beat a champion.
Mm-hmm. No, I see what you're saying.
Like, people are so upset. They get so in their feelings. Little panties get tied up in their butt, and they get upset. It is what it is. Kentrell Phoenix. Earl's not an alcoholic, but he flipped his car over and almost died. 3 laughing out loud emojis. Bud, hurry up and put this clown in the dirt. Much love, TBV.
In the dirt. Damn, that dude is...
Yeah, I know.
That's personal.
This is boxing fans. You see, that was an extremist of a Bud fan, and we've heard already some of our extreme Earl fans.
Yo, I just showed Ness this interview yesterday. I wish I had the name of the channel. I want to say it was like 210 Boxing. It was 210 Boxing something.
Oh, 210. Wasn't it 210? Because it was San Antonio?
210.
Oh, I didn't... Shit.
And
where's my motherfucking
bro, so
where is it?
He's interviewing so this channel is interviewing. I put it on the charger for you
because you're a good friend.
I am.
You are. He wanted that said out loud.
So bro, he's interviewing Earl and he's like, I know you'll die in the ring. He like, hell no, I wouldn't die in the ring.
I saw that.
He like, man, I got 2 kids. I got 3 kids. I got a girl. I got mom and dad. Like, hell no. Yeah, I put up a hell of a fight. I ain't dying in no ring.
Nah, I'm big on respecting the fighters. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm real big on that. So like when people say, "Oh, put him in the dirt," I don't even like you. And I know he probably doesn't mean it literally. Mm-hmm. I just don't even like playing like that.
Yeah, man. Because I'm gonna tell you, it's definitely nothing to play with. Because I remember being in the back of the Wintrust Arena interviewing Uncle Dre after Patrick Day was took to the hospital. Little did we know what would come from that. So
and Patrick Day, he fought one of my mans in the amateurs. So he was ranked #1 in America. I remember. I saw him fight in the amateurs. I knew I didn't know him personally. I don't want to make it seem like I had his number. Right. But I just was aware of him. Right. And I was like, I want to see where he comes out of his career. And then, he took a couple losses and I was like, he ended up not being what I thought he was going to be. And then, boom, I'm like, whoa. And you know what's funny? I interviewed Carlos Adames about that. And he spoke how his wife was like telling him how his wife took it real hard because that was the fight right after Carlos Adames fought him. It was the next fight when he passed away. He was saying how his wife took it real hard, told him like, man, what if that was you? This is the type of things that happen in boxing and how he had to like calm it down. He said even himself felt bad because he goes, they had a relationship somewhat. But no. Boxing deaths are definitely nothing to joke around with.
No, man, definitely.
These are our warriors, man.
Man, even in sparring, there was
really?
Who was it? That same year, bro, I remember literally a month later, a fighter was killed. November, it was Devin Haney fought. It was Devin Haney's first title defense. And I'm driving to LA and I get a fucking Twitter notification and a sparring partner. It was one of those top Australian names, maybe it's that Rafa or something. It was one of those Australian guys. One of their sparring partners was died from
That's
sparring.
terrible, man. That's terrible.
You know, so definitely a dangerous sport, bro. Stay on your side, please.
You not on your side. There's a fucking tape. There's tape right there for him to know.
It's not in the middle, though.
I don't know,
Fuck
Ness.
outta
You
here.
stepped on me a couple times, too.
Bro, you on my side of the tape.
Man,
I'm in my box. Y'all the ones in y'all like
size
get out of here.
14s and shit.
So they're 13 and a half. So I want to say that people are trying to hit me up, DM me, and cool. You don't want to pay the super chat. You want to get the champ's attention. It's all cool. I'll still indulge you, right? So this is what their logic is like. Oh, but Ness, Canelo just lost. That's your favorite fighter. So I bet you he's a champ. Like I said, there is an argument. So there's millions of Canelo haters that probably think the same thing I'm saying about Earl. Don't lie. You know y'all exist.
No, and to your point, the reason why it could be looked at different from Earl and Canelo, and I'm not necessarily making an argument, I'm just going along with the conversation, is Canelo is lineal. You know, he wiped out the whole thing. So, you know,
Brooke was just a one-belt champ.
Exactly. So that's where the difference
Because that's their
lies.
argument. Oh, well, Canelo moved up and lost, and so did Brooke. You're just a hater. One dude was a one-belt champ that asked for 3 extensions. This is my keyboard. Google it. Your boy Brooke, Google it. 3 extensions with him and Eddie. They didn't want to fight Earl before their face got broke. They waited till the face got broke to get sympathy. But by waiting for your face to get broken, suffering a loss, there's an argument that you're not a champ. There's an argument that Eddie has already proved this to be true, which is that he's a great promoter and he's good at contracts. And that's why you were able to keep your belt in losing. But in a competition here and anywhere on this fucking planet, there's only one winner and one loser. There's no consolation prize. You don't leave and get to say you're a champ if you just lost. But because it's boxing and we get to do whatever the fuck we want, it's the Wild Wild West, I guess so. I guess so. But you did get to Saquon. We got Big Fish Vega all the way in Florida. Says, stop the hate. Hashtag Big Fish Mafia. Shout out to the Dominican and the Puerto Ricans. Shout out to you. Jonathan Sims says, Ness, you beating around the bush. Do you consider Canelo undisputed still after his loss? That is it. Same as Brooks' situation. Answer that only. I did just answer it. I said there is an argument that he is not undisputed. There is an argument.
He's saying he is undisputed, but there's an argument, a reasonable argument.
Just like I'm saying,
that's what he's saying.
Just like I'm saying, Earl is unified, even though there's an argument he hasn't beat a champion. I mean, I didn't say anything wrong or a lie.
Control the $5 super chat.
You skipping Andres Arellano?
Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
He says, what level is George in? One good fight, and he's pound for pound? Tripping. I agree with the other brother. You guys are too close to Haney to see it clear. Well, first of all, Andres, we're not even going to pay attention to your comment because you spelled George. Actually, you spelled it right. Shit.
With a G?
Yeah.
G-O-R-G.
But, I mean.
But hold on. We going to pay attention to that. He agreeing with me. Mm-hmm. Andres, shout out to you, brother. Shout out to you. You seeing what I'm seeing.
But y'all both
not to be confused with Andres Cortez, who's going to be doing a photo shoot right here in our building because we popping.
My bad. But yeah, no, I mean, you're clearly at a level where you were in position to fight for the title. You beat the unified world champion. So whatever level you want to say that is, it was high enough to be in that position.
Yeah, did he mention the levels? Or
no, he strategically put the word pound for pound, which none of us were talking about.
None of us said. I said at this level.
And this is what I'm saying. This is how these shows turn into like toxic things for the fighters. Because it's like, look at what this guy said. We not talking pound for pound. We didn't say Devin belongs on the list, doesn't belong on the list, even though there's an argument that he does.
Yo, hold on. I just gained a lot of subscribers from this channel. Yo, don't come on my channel trying to manipulate my words and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, welcome. No, they don't even have to come. They already going to be there.
Yeah. Honestly, the way I look at my channel, I look at myself like kind of like a historian. You know, you guys are doing more a time capsule. Like, you know, in 20 years, people are going to come back and be like, yo, what were they talking about Spence and Crawford? And they'll come back to a video like this. And I do my interviews more biographical, where I try to get the people's life stories and stuff like that. And where if, you're going to do, like if you're doing a documentary on Dominican boxing, hypothetically speaking, I want to say it's impossible for you to not go to my channel to do research. Like, I literally interviewed the Olympic boxing coach. I don't think there's a boxing YouTuber out here doing it. And I'm doing my own translations, by the way.
That coach is Dominican, you said, right?
No, he's Cuban. So the way he got to the Dominican Republic was, I believe there was a boxing clinic. I just interviewed the guy Monday. I should remember. But there was a boxing clinic from the Cuban national team to the Dominican Republic. Then the Dominican government offered him a job. In 2005, he started working with the youth, so he was in charge of the Junior Olympics and all that, the Dominican national team. And then starting 2017 is when now he has the adults. As soon as I put the video up, Carlos Adames hit me up, Claudio Marrero hit me up, Elvis Rodriguez hit me up, Hector Luis Garcia hit me up, all of them telling me, yo, that dude is going to change Dominican boxing. Every single one of them that I just mentioned. Yeah. By the way, I also interviewed Herbert Conceição, who probably had the best Olympic gold medal win this past Olympics. Brazil, he's from Brazil.
Never heard of him.
Yeah, he fought a Ukrainian in the last match, right? So let me say. What was that?
Did he knock him out?
Yes. So he was losing the first 2 rounds clearly. Like, he needed a knockout in the 3rd round, and he got it with a left hook. So like, that's a clutch moment. That's a moment. That's a winner. That's somebody who bit down when in the bottom of the 9th, at 2 outs, bases loaded. He hit a fucking home run right there and knocked him out. And I was so ecstatic about that win that I was like, I gotta find a way to get him on, and I got him on, and I even had a Portuguese translator on translating for us. So if you guys dig deep in my history, you guys can find.
Damn, how'd you find a Portuguese translator?
Man, you got it. The internet, man. Listen, anything.
My cousin's Portuguese.
Yeah, anything you want to do or learn or service, just Google it, man, or YouTube it.
LinkedIn, man.
Yeah, there's no more. I don't know. There's no more how you do it. How you do it? You just type in how to.
No.
Oh, you genuinely asking me? I went to. I believe it's called WeWork.com.
I wanted, because
my bad.
I figured you being in New York, I was like, maybe, you just knew somebody.
Nah.
Okay.
So I want to say WeWork.com.
Damn, so you paid for a translation.
Yeah.
Tú estás loco, muchacho.
Why not?
Pero tú estás loco.
Yo, you cheap, bro.
Nah, and in that 1,000, I bet you there's a Portuguese. Get out of here.
No, but
bro.
I just got there.
I bet you.
At that time, I had like 400 subscribers.
Listen to me. Take my advice. There was one there that you just didn't call on.
Nah, you know how I am? I'd rather pay. You know why? Because, I did you that favor. Wow. Después que yo te hice ese favor, tú me vas a estar tratando así. Get the fuck out of here, man. Yo, you ain't do me a favor. I paid you, all right? So do the job right.
I gave you $35.
$35. That's probably like 1,000 in Brazil.
Yo, for real.
Nah,
Obrigado. No, it's obrigado.
But yeah, it was a website that I got it from. Although apparently you guys are never gonna use it because that's the control.
No, I my cousin, man. Mike is my cousin, and he's
Brazilian.
Half Portuguese.
Oh, Portuguese. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah, he's half Portuguese. His father's Portuguese. His mom obviously is my mom's sister, Dominican. So
does he speak Portuguese? Though?
Of course.
And Spanish.
Yeah, he runs a bail bond, so he speaks 3 languages. He's been fast break bail bonds for all his life, basically. And,
I speak 3 languages as well. My brother's deaf. I speak sign language.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, he speaks English, Portuguese, Spanish, and I'm pretty sure French.
Really? That's interesting.
I mean, French or French and Brazil, all that shit's kind of like the same shit. Once you understand one, you understand them all.
Now, to your point,
Portuguese is more Spanish to me.
Yeah, when the dude was talking, I could understand a lot of what he was saying. Mm-hmm. Like when she was translating it to me, I was like, I already know what he said. Yeah. So that is true.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So did you?
I grew up.
The girl you hired or the person you hired, you have them like
lined up.
I mean, I have an email address, but
no. I'm saying, did you have them like so as part of the interview? Were they like?
Yeah, her face was on the stream and everything.
Shit, nice.
Yeah.
Let me get these member super chats. I got B Dog. He's been a YouTube TBV member for 18 months. Doggy, you did a bid with us. That's almost 2 years. Shout out to you. He said, damn, Spence hate just oozed out. 3, 4 laughing out loud emojis.
Yeah, he ain't coming here.
Matt Machine Gun Garcia says, Ugas was elevated and beat the man who beat the man. Stop the bullshit. How you the man? Give me the exact thing, because you're trying to say it's 12 months. It was not fucking 12 months. I want you to prove me wrong if it's 12 months.
Nah, it was a while he was gone.
That's exactly.
Nah, you're right.
Off
memory.
These fucking Spence fans, these ball lickers out here trying to lie.
That was gone what?
How long was Pacquiao out before he fought Ugas?
That was never brought up.
Yes, it was.
Yeah,
and you said it was a year.
You said it was a year.
Thank you. I'm glad you here. This motherfucker does that all day. Yeah, I didn't say that. You fucking hard.
You did.
Okay, yeah.
No, but check,
just check,
bro.
Manito.
He fought Thurman July of 2019.
And then he fought in 2021, right?
Yeah, he fought in 2021. So
it wasn't a year.
Yeah, it
2
was
years.
2 years.
Yeah.
The fuck?
So right. When I said 2,
bro,
you corrected me. Said what?
The motherfucker don't want to take his career serious. That's on him. He want to go.
He want to go
sell false dreams to the Filipino people. Damn, that's on them. The fuck.
And if I'm not mistaken, he lost in the election. So meaning, like, all that money he spent on that campaign is down the drain.
I mean, shit. Hopefully he was smart and got sponsors, but
I mean,
Yeah,
hopefully.
So again, we proved that it's not Spence hate. It's true. You can't be considered the man if you're out of the ring 24 months. You're not the man.
How long was Fury out? How long was Fury out for?
Again, Fury was lineal. Okay. Deja de estar haciendo eso.
No, I'm asking. No, you're right. Pacquiao was
lineal means you beat the man that was the man, and then Fury said, I'm out. So when you come back, you stood a man like Floyd, even though he was never undisputed. But when he left for the 18 months, we pretty much knew he was the man.
Yeah.
That being said, Pacquiao was not. Stop it.
Yo, Joel, make sure to give your social media channel people asking, yo, who's this Dominican dude? So make sure to let people know where they can tune in.
On Twitter, which is where I'm most active at, and I'll respond to you if you hit me up on Twitter, is @_Broadway Joel. The guy who has Broadway Joel, he some weirdo, I asked him for it, he ain't want to give it to me. But yeah, it's @_Broadway Joel on Twitter. On Instagram, I'm Broadway Joel. You can follow me there. And those are primarily the 2 social media that I use.
And then
you came out with
YouTube
your significant other?
Nah, I'm here by myself. Solo dolo.
Putting in that grind.
Yeah, man. I'm really motivated, man.
Nah, you should stay, man. I know it's easy for me to say living here, but Saturday is a big day. Ryan's fighting. Your boy's fighting. You could bring the flag. We could hang it. I know it's not as easy as saying it.
I mean, I may be.
But I just figured you would be here for Saturday.
Now the thing is that I just had a son. He's 3 months, so it's a little bit difficult.
No, for sure.
And my paternity leave ends on Friday. So.
Oh wow, your job gave you that, or
yeah.
You're saying your wife gave you that?
No. My job.
Wow.
Come on, man. Some people run their house. Some people run around their house. I'm one of the people that run my house. If I want to travel, I'm on the plane.
No, I'm a man's man too. I hate that shit when these fucking dudes get like they girl. It's like, yo, can we go? I gotta ask what the fuck?
Now, I can understand you want to coordinate. Like, oh shit, I don't know if Wednesday I got that plan with my girl.
Yeah.
That is okay, but it's like, oh, I gotta ask. I'm like, bro,
ask what?
What? Like,
cause she fucking pack your bag.
Fuck out of here, man. No, but my girl's cool, man. My girl's cool. She's very supportive of being out here, and she wants me to win, man. My win is her win.
She's Dominican?
Hell yeah.
That's what's up.
You know?
He said, hell yeah.
So, children? You just had one, or you're having one?
I just had one. He's 3 months old.
Yeah. Oh, you got a boy. We was just talking about that.
Yeah,
it's not easy. It's not easy.
Man.
How many sons in your family?
Well, you know, that's a complicated question when you're Dominican.
Brothers?
I mean, my mother, she had 3 boys. You know, I'm one of them, obviously. My father had...
No. I'm asking about your dad, because it's the men that produce the boys.
Yeah. My father had 4 girls and 3 boys.
See? Wow, 3 boys. Why did I register? I fucking heard that as 3 girls, 1 boy. And I'm like, see? He had 3 boys. That's
3 boys, 4 girls.
Damn.
And, but
he was out here killing it probably till late.
Nah, but he only has 1 granddaughter. Everybody else is boys.
Yeah. Oh, wow. So y'all all came out doing y'all thing. Well, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up and make sure we ain't leave any super chats behind because it looked like we got Kentrell that
we got the Axiom.
I got Kentrell first, who says, Earl Spence is the one who coined the expression, put him in the dirt. I don't want Earl to die. I just want him to get knocked out like the clown he is.
No, I knew that. I was just bringing it out.
But we got the Axiom $5 super chat says, would it make sense for the fight to be announced the week of Jake versus Rockman to maximize on press and being in New York City? Makes business sense to me.
Nah, announce it now.
But what are you talking about? What fight? Because they already announced Jake and Rockman.
No.
He's saying the day of.
At the fight.
The day of.
In New York?
Or that week.
I mean,
announce it now. Listen,
it doesn't need Jake Paul. It doesn't need Jake Paul. According to boxing fans, it's the biggest fight in boxing. But I do like the Axiom's idea. Jake Paul is different. He's huge, bro. He's huge.
I get it.
Tap into a different market too.
Like yesterday, that's the only thing that was on my timeline is the Jake Paul press conference with Rockman.
Yeah.
Like no one cared about Rockman, bro. Rockman videos are doing easy 10,000. Old videos, they shooting up. The sparring partner of Rockman is not even a pro, not even an amateur. He put out a clip. He sent me the analytics like, yo, my shit blowing up. Think that, the DM is like, yo, shout out to Jake Paul. All on his social media. He's posting that he sparred Rockman and just thanking Jake Paul.
To your point, I was on a Twitter space, I want to say it was 2 days ago. And so a casual came in. He announced himself. So he goes, yo, guys, I'm a casual. So if I ask a stupid question, like, don't attack me. We're like, yeah, ask away. He's like, what are your opinion on Adrian Broner and Jake Paul? Those are the 2 names he came up with. And I'm like, one of my man Lefty from Chicken Talk, he was like, damn, it's crazy that a casual thinks to ask about those 2 names, meaning Broner's name is still buzzing out here. Whether, he's been out the ring, whether we think he's going to be a world champion again, whatever our opinion on
is that he's on social media, bro. Yeah. He doesn't die because he's on social media with the regular, real people. Like, he, to us, is not popping because he's not on boxing. Like, he's not on boxing scene. He's barely on Fight Hype. He's nowhere to be found in the boxing world other than his own social media, basically crying.
We got the Axiom with another $5 super chat says best ways to reach the casuals.
No, I mean, I guess I'm speaking from a hardcore perspective. Announce it now, man. I'm tired of waiting. I'm just getting impatient. That's more what it is.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
Yeah. I definitely get the impatience, because I'm ready for this shit to happen already. But is that everything, Danny?
It is.
I wanted to ask you a question before you close out. What made you pick Danny as your co-host?
His knowledge.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of co-hosts.
Yeah, because I've been following you for a minute.
I've had a lot. Like I told, like the people in this facility. I mean, they're no longer here, but people knew that. Even my audience, like I said, I was gonna call either Francis or Mike.
Yeah.
Who I had in the past. Mm-hmm. But when Danny casually came and just filled in,
it just felt natural.
And he just knows too much. Like, Francis has a starting point, and so does Mike. It only dates back to a certain year. That's up to them to tell you. He just goes further back, so it's needed.
Yeah, I'm like that.
And truthfully, I'm selfish, right? So they may not like it, but he was more qualified. He has his own relationships, whereas 99% of my co-hosts, I gave them the Rolodex that they have.
Gotcha.
Or they built it after being with me, being able to be like, yo, I'm with the Boxing Voice, and you get a number.
You know, it's funny. Yesterday we were talking, and he said he's like, yeah, I always hire within my listening audience.
Yeah,
I'm the first person that wasn't a listener. Like,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna be honest. I've done the show with him from his house in Jersey, and I fucking hated it. I thought it was like the wackest shit. I'm like, man, fuck this. And it wasn't like the show itself. It was,
and it's crazy.
It wasn't the content.
But it's crazy because he's been on the show on like when I did Beer House right here in Vegas. Yeah. They flew us out and we fucking activated the bar and Ken Porter was there and Sean and he brought his son. He was there. Skinny Danny is there, straight out the military, on stage. So right there, it should have hit him like, yo, this is what I want. But he still didn't want it.
But see, that right there, we had fun with. Like I had fun with that. It was two days. We did like 3 shows. And I had fun with that. It was just like when I was at his house in Jersey, I wasn't really fucking with it. So all the time I worked for him, it was always, I was covering the fights. I'd go to gyms. So that's how I built my relationships. So then he moved out here and it's like, yeah, bro, you got your relationships, but so do I, because I've been here for 7 years. Mm-hmm. Like, he got relationships that I don't have in New York or I don't have in Florida. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? And he got relationships here that I didn't have and vice versa. But it's just funny. Like, I wasn't that listener. Like, I was a degenerate for the sport. Like, I just watched. And I got tired of seeing interviews. I swear to God, I got tired of seeing interviews. And
bad translations, too.
Either bad translations or people just spitting out bad information. And I'm going to be honest, I won't ever say his name, but there's a guy who was on a radio station, and that was somebody I would listen to out here because he had access to a lot of Spanish fighters, right? It was a Spanish radio station. He messaged me the other day. He's like, yeah, I gave you your start and blah, blah, blah. And, bro, it was the funniest thing. Like, I'm like, bro.
You're not out here waking up at 3 a.m. working out before a fucking show. Get the fuck out of here, man. I hate when dudes
bigger than that, bro, is just like, bro, like, show me. Like, my shit's way bigger than, like.
Even if he did, let's just say he did. And I know he didn't. Yo, bro, I would look at you as part of my legacy. I'll be like, yo, my man, I'm proud of you. I saw you start from here. Now you there. Now you making moves. Yo, bro, I'm proud of you.
Some people weird, bro. Look, fucking Ness, I stopped working with him last year. I was working for somebody else. And it's like,
he was working for Michelle.
Michelle Joy Phelps.
Oh, okay. I'm like, Rivera.
Better opportunity at the time. You know, they were paying him better. And again, he was able to branch out.
So you were out on the road, yeah.
He loves the road. This is me holding him back.
Bro, I want to hit the road, but I don't got connections for the press passes yet. I don't.
But what?
Hit the gyms,
you don't need the road. You don't need a pass to get into the gym.
Hit the gyms, bro.
You just need the fighter to get. All you got to do is go to Michel Rivera.
Yeah, I'm actually going to the gym right after this. I'm meeting Hector Luis Garcia.
We just got back from Houston. Shit, we drove from here.
At Salas?
They sent me an address. I don't know if it's at Salas. Yeah.
Find out if it's at Texan. Find out if it's at Salas. Not that you're gonna have a bad experience. You know, maybe me telling you this helps you to create a better experience because now you know how to navigate with him because he's mad anal. He's corny. Like, he ain't going to let you turn on your camera. He going to send a girl or a guy after you. It don't matter.
I got an email from Salas.
Okay.
Well, from
because that's what he wants. He wants like 24 to 48 hours notice.
Yeah, it wasn't him. It was somebody
Probably
else.
His wife.
Yeah, and they were like, all we ask is that you ask permission to whoever you going to record. But then I hit up Hector Luis Garcia. I'm like, yo, I got permission. But then he's like, oh, I'm not going to be at Salas. I don't know where I'm meeting this guy.
You better off.
But either way, I got the email like, yo, my man, you told me I could come and you told me that I'm coming here specifically for Garcia. If I talk to Puello, if he's there too, Puello's my man. He'll let me do it.
But is Puello there?
I don't know. No, he's not.
Exactly.
He's not.
Listen to me.
He'll be there next week, though. He'll be there next week.
At Salas?
That's what he told me. I'm the voice of Dominican boxing.
Well, then I'll shut up.
He told me next week.
Well, then I'll shut up because
that's not what you heard. That's not what. We'll just leave it
from him. Okay. But he must have ironed this shit out. That's all I'm gonna say.
Because sometimes you leave the shirts in the dryer too long, they get wrinkly. You gotta iron them out. But it was definitely his shirt that.
Because I hit him up. I'm like, yo, bro, I already got permission to go to Salas gym in case that was a concern to him. Because I was talking to him and Garcia separately, and I was like, can I go interview you, record you working out? And he goes, oh, the problem is I'm not going to be at Salah's gym this week. He goes, I'll be there next week. And I was like, all right, well, where you working out? And whatever, we still working out as to where we're going to meet up. But Hector Luis Garcia, I'm as soon as I leave here, I'm going over there to meet him.
In a suit?
In a suit, brother.
Where? But you don't know where yet.
No, I was gonna say you might sweat a little bit.
Nah. When you this cool, you're not worried about how hot it is, man.
Fucking killing it.
You can't do that because you was just complaining about how hot it was in Houston. See, I didn't complain about how hot it was in Houston.
But I'm not as cool as him. Look at that haircut.
Bro.
Yeah.
Bro, anybody that can fucking comb it to the side or the back, they got it going on, bro. I'm not there yet.
Yeah, man.
I like my haircut better.
That reminds me of the Abner.
but
Except he put the waves in. The Abner used to have the comb over to the side with the part.
Now you know why I came in a suit though. I wanted to make an impression. I don't know who I'm gonna meet. I don't know. You know, you could have had Eddie Hearn here, and Eddie Hearn go, yo, I'm gonna put you on Dazn. I don't know. I could have met anybody. I'm making these connections, and I'm leaving an impression. I'm gonna go into a gym where dudes are wearing T-shirts.
And let me tell you something. We haven't been able to break the news because Danny wants us to wait. But believe me, when you come back, you most certainly should wear a suit because you won't know who you'll meet.
I could damn near guarantee you next time he'll meet some. Because think about how many people we met.
No, yeah.
Yeah, the thing is with me, like, you got to dress for the job you want, not the job you got. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, right now I'm building different
mindsets for me. Like, honestly, I don't want a job where I got to wear that shit. I like this shit right here, man. Fuck
and I guess I'm of the mindset of both, right? Because he see me, I'll throw a suit on. Because sometimes I want to wear the suit to the fight because I want to look fly.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm on some casual shit. But my goal is for you to be able to do that and for it to not be an issue. You get what I'm saying? Like like the media member, it should be about the work you're putting out. You get what I'm saying? The media members,
yeah, but the way you look still, it matters.
It matters. So the reason why I'm wearing a suit, and I knew that question was gonna come up, even at the gym. What other YouTuber journalist is gonna go in a suit? So I'm gonna leave a mark. Yo, you remember that fucking guy with his hair all combed and nice, and
I'm gonna be real. They gonna be like, you remember that dude that was sweating his ass off?
Nah.
Homie came in here with us. No, listen,
They turn up the heat in there?
But wait.
It's hot in these gyms.
Our gym, we get
No, but do they turn up the heat? I know that it's hot.
Top rank has the heat on, depending on who's the A-side fighter, because that's how it works.
Bro. It's all good. I'll be a memory. And I'll leave an impression on somebody. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that guy that came in here was sweat. He sweat all through his suit. It'll be a memory. And then when they see me in New York, my hometown, ain't you that guy from, oh yeah, I don't remember your name, but I remember you because you was wearing that suit. And boom. I'm linking with, what's his name? Carson from,
from podcasts, from Portaway.
I'm linking with him too, man. I'm networking.
Is that the white one or the Anthony? No, Anthony is
the light-skinned one.
Yeah. Carson is the white one, yeah. I met him before in Barry's, long time ago. That's why I like Sean. He's real, you know what I'm saying? Like, the way I only hire internally, you know, Sean, those are his boys. Those were his boys before he was a champ. You know, I think Carson might also even be from somewhere in Ohio, or his aunt.
That's what's up.
You know, and they're just over here now. Yeah. So they've always been there. So shout out to Sean, Ken, Anthony, guys, and Carson. They killing it.
Oh, I also want to give a shout out to A-Side Boxing Talk, my man Truth Over Narrative. He's another content creator. Ezra from the Ezra podcast. They just started up. They each have like I think less than 100. I don't know off the top of my head. But they started up and I just want to give them a shout out. They're friends of mine from Twitter. So Ezra and A-Side Boxing Talk. Shout out to you guys, man.
Word. Shout out, man. Shout out.
Jonathan Sims with a $5 super chat saying, if Earl was Wilder, Bud would have the money he asking for. Side of the street was an impasse for Wilder versus Fury. This is only a legacy fight for the two. I don't really understand the question. Yeah, I don't really. It's not really a question. It's a statement, but I don't really get it, to be quite frank.
Basically, he's saying Earl is not as popular.
Do you guys think that the fight has? Do you guys think that the fight hasn't been announced due to negotiations, or do you think they're waiting for the right time to announce it? Like it's already a done deal, but they're waiting on it.
You talking about Earl
Earl Spence.
I mean, according to the article, and let me just use my little trusty.
Oh yeah, I ain't read the article, unfortunately.
Let me just use my little trusty comment search here, because there is a TBC representative in the chat.
Was that Bernie?
No.
Shout out to Bernie. He was wilding out on my channel.
I don't know. I thought it was under Stonebone. I seen it, but let me try just Bone. I just didn't want to paraphrase the fucker.
Well, you might have to paraphrase.
Basically, he was saying like, but that's what I needed the beginning because I remember more the end. But he's basically saying like that this isn't an impasse. You know, I need that whole message. Fucking hell, bro. I seen it so long ago. Stonebone, if you in there, baby, send that shit again. It just disappeared, and I thought I was gonna be able to search it.
Yeah,
but he says it's barely an impasse. This is, you know, Showtime and Terrence are still basically negotiating. Is the best of a paraphrase that I can do of his comment because I don't have it here anymore. But anyway, if that's all the super chats, it's time to wrap up. Joel got to get to the gyms. We got to get to the gyms. We're doing big things. Today is Wednesday, so there is no second show today. Catch us tomorrow, 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 a.m. Eastern, right here. Check me out on social media at NestGTO, Instagram and Twitter. Nesta Gibbs on TikTok, my own personal YouTube channel, as well on YouTube at Nestor Gibbs. Danny, where can they find you?
Ringwalk Danny on all platforms, and Joel
at _Broadway Joel on Twitter, at Broadway Joel on Instagram, on YouTube, which is most important. Make sure you go hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Broadway Joel, I have a lot of dope content. I'm the voice of Dominican boxing, but I talk all boxing. I talk Spence Crawford, I talk Canelo, I talk Ryan Garcia, Tank, Haney. I talk all of that. I go live every single Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. I pinned the link at the top of the chat for anybody who wants to call in and have a debate with me. Yeah, man, I have a lot of dope interviews coming up, a lot of dope content, and I definitely come support, man. Come support.
And since he brought the Dominicans out, right, if there are any of you out there that for whatever reason...
Don't whatever reason us.
You know, for whatever reason you believe that Javier is going to win.
What was the poll?
Oh, what is the poll, Bo? But don't forget to use the code BETTBV on my bookie when you're making your first deposit so you can double it courtesy of us. So that means if you put $500, we giving you $1,000. Your $5 plus an extra $500 for free play, which there are tons of tons of videos on YouTube of me showing you myself gambling with my own free play money from my own deposits. Javier is a plus 534 money line. Actually 525. So I would say if you think he has a puncher's chance, just go money line versus betting the knockout that isn't going to come. And I know that's how you think he's going to win, but it would suck for you to think he's going to win by knockout and he doesn't, but he wins by decision and you didn't bet it. You might as well bet it. Yeah. But use the code BETTBV. You already know.
Also, if this Dominicans that subscribe. A lot of Dominicans DM me asking me sometimes silly questions, but they're casuals, but they're trying to get educated. So if he wants to reach out to the Dominican market or even the Latino market, I have a lot of Mexicans as well. Shout out to my Mexican supporters. I have a lot of Mexicans. You want to get these Mexicans to try, instead of drinking Corona all the time, try drinking Presidente? Hey, Ra, holla at me, man. Holla at me. I'm wearing a suit, baby. You wear a suit, I'm wearing a suit. I got the flag here. I'm handsome just like you. Give me a chance. Give me a chance.
For real, man. All we need is that one shot. Yo, we out. Catch us on the next one.
Peace.
Peace.
What up, YouTube family? Don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Help us get to that 1 million subscribers. We're on the road to 1 million. And obviously, we have other great content on our Patreon channel. So since this video is over, head on over to our Patreon and check out all the exclusive content or right here on our YouTube members.